Welcome, everybody.
What's
Welcome to a brand new episode of Futureprobe. We are back. We are live. Thank you, Lord Trapula, for the sub. And we have a very special episode. Special guest tonight. I've never done this on my stream before. I don't have guests on here a lot, but tonight it's a special kind of month, you know, on the eve of, well, not on the eve of, the post. What's after? What's eve is the night before. What's like the day after? Post Boxing Day. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Post iPhone. New iPhone just came out.
There you go.
Got the iPhone 14. You can't even tell that's purple in that shot.
No, you can see it. There you go.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yours, I could tell, but here I'm just seeing.
I got the case on.
Oh yeah. Anyway, we just got the new iPhone, and it's like, you know, we've always been dialed in on the iPhone. You know, people have called me Apple cucked in the past. Yep. People have thrown it at me, you know, but I'm
Apple cucked too. It's fine.
All right, so there it is. But I brought my brother Dominic on the stream today because he has as much knowledge and information on that as, you know, he's just as dialed in as I am.
Yep.
We've had a lot of iPhones over the years. I've always
a lot of them.
I've always been FNASA. Thanks for the sub on that.
FNASA.
I've always, since the first iPhone came out, I've always felt a need to get the newest one as fast as possible.
Same.
I'm not like that on like every piece of technology, but iPhone
Same.
I was, because I was using it so much from the first one.
Yeah.
It enhanced everything I did more and better with in terms of what I was doing for work. Once they added video, it was an absolutely
crazy.
Like there, you know, maybe I wouldn't get this one or that one, but once it had video, it was like, oh my God, we got it. I have to, you know, I want the latest one to help with this or help with that. It was just something I always wanted to be on the cutting edge of. And then Apple started doing the thing where, oh, okay, we've got an upgrade program, so you just pay a thing per month,
so
and we send you the newest one. So that's why I've had, you know, I had most of these phones, but it wasn't like I was spending, you know, $1,000 every time or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the way that program works is you pay a subscription and they just send you the new one. You click a thing.
And back then we were selling them on Craigslist. Like we were
in the
flipping
beginning.
them. Yeah.
Yes.
Until I think almost the 7 maybe. Like I would sell my phone on Craigslist like right after. I'd get most of my money back, honestly, because you're selling it without a contract and unlocked.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of that money back. So I mean, to me, to have a device that you use all day, every day, I just want the best one.
It really was worth it back in the day. Again, before they had the upgrade program, it was worth it. Seriously, because you would get the cost back. You would almost never get less than you know, it would end up costing you maybe $50 to have the newest phone once you sold the old one and got the new one. It was a hassle, but but to me it was always worth it. It's like, I use this enough. This is my computer that I use all day every day. I'm doing this. So anyway, so iPhone, we've had a lot of them.
Yep.
More than a lot of people I know. We've had experience around it from the first one. Did you have the first one?
I did, yeah. So
you did have the first one.
So I actually, you got it first.
Yes.
And then my first smartphone was the BlackBerry Curve.
Oh, you had that.
And I think I got it for like $200 or something. But then you got the iPhone, and that back then it was like $600, I think.
Okay.
And then they dropped that price.
Yeah.
And then I saw your phone, and I was like, damn, I kind of like this iPhone, you know?
Yeah.
It's really expensive. So I found someone on Craigslist who needed more of like a work phone. And back then, like, the iPhone didn't have apps. It barely had a mail client. It went on the web. That was about it.
Yeah.
And he needed more of a work phone. So I traded this guy my BlackBerry Curve for a 4 gig iPhone and gave him an extra like $50. And I had the first iPhone. It was the 4 gigabyte one. Which had nothing.
Yeah, I went for the 8 gig because I had so much music on my iPhone, or I'm sorry, on my iPod at the time, that I was like, I would love, my goal, my dream was to only have one device in my pocket. That drove me nuts.
I still carried my iPod Classic because I only had 4 gigs. I still use my iPod Classic.
I just narrowed my music down to 8 gigs of the best stuff. I was like, I don't want to carry around. I think I left my iPod in my car. so that if I was in the car, I could still listen to all that stuff. But walking around or going places, whatever, I wanted to narrow it down. So I just had one device. I just keep that. I would, in my pocket, have a iPhone and then a gaming thing. The ideal era was iPhone and PSP Go. Because the PSP Go was so slim, and I had Peace Walker on there, and it was like, yes, that's what I want in my pocket. Nothing else.
I sold my PSP Go to Garrett. He still has it.
Yeah. Anyway, so how I got the first iPhone, why I was the first one, I think at least in my group of friends and people I knew, I was the first one to have it, and I they debuted it, and it was like, damn, that's crazy, but it never seemed like something I was going to get. And then I went on a trip to San Francisco in early 2007, where it was at the epicenter of that had just launched.
Yeah.
And I think I've said this on stream before, but I was waiting in line for breakfast. I think the place is called Dottie's. Great breakfast in San Francisco. I hope they're still open. I don't know. One of the best breakfasts I've ever had. And I was waiting in line. It's like, you sure you want breakfast here? It's going to be like an hour. It's like, well, if it's that good, I'll wait an hour. And I was standing there in line, just standing and looking around. Meanwhile, everyone else in line had the iPhone, and I'm like,
especially in that area.
And I'm like, dude, I have so many work emails to do every day. Are they doing that in line? You could do that, and it's like, well, you could do that on BlackBerry too. It's like, yeah, but it never. This put it in such a bright and colorful context.
It was way better on the iPhone.
It was so well done, and they're doing that, and this. I was like, yeah, but $600, and then here's where they got me was then, all right, done with emails. And then the guy rotates his phone and watched a YouTube video. I was
on
like,
the Edge network.
That has YouTube? Are you joking?
On the Edge network.
Yeah.
Too.
And then he put on his music, and it was an iPod. And I'm like, as soon as I got home to San Diego, it was like, yeah, okay, AT&T store. Do they have phones who has phones? And I got that first one. And then after that, it was like, oh, I need the upgraded one. I need this. I need that. And then by the time, it mellowed out a little bit. They had the upgrade program. You could still swap for the new one. And so, anyway, what were the portable little cameras Mega 64 used to always have in personal channel videos?
The flip video?
Flip video. But once the iPhone 4, I think, came around, HD video was a thing. There was video in the one before that, I think, maybe? Yeah, just it wasn't HD, though. Yeah. But once it added HD video, I stopped carrying any other camera, really.
Yeah. There was no need at that point.
Yeah, and it wasn't still as good as the quality of the Flip at that time, but the best camera is the one you have with you. I didn't want to bring... I often didn't have the Flip with me, so I would... iPhone 4 in HD all the time. In fact, I remember bringing that phone to a Gorillaz concert, and I think I have the clip of this somewhere, but I was like, dude, I'm filming this in HD. I was like front row for Gorillaz. And I was filming them in HD thinking like, dude, I've never had HD video of a concert. At the time, you didn't do that.
Probably like black too. It's like no like light.
Yeah, it was better than you would think because I was right up there and whatever. But it still was pretty bad. But I remember shooting that, and then the guys from De La Soul did their part of a song, and they came over to my side of the stage, and literally one of the De La Soul guys was like, "Are you filming with an iPhone? Whoa!" Like. He hadn't seen that because it was still a new thing. He was just like, "Damn, you filming this?" And he looked at the phone. I just remember that was it was still like a fresh thing.
Yeah.
And I think I still have that clip somewhere. I got to find that and upload that where it's like I'm filming Damon Albarn, and then the dude from De La Soul goes, "Yo, are you filming this? Whoa!" Anyway, there's a little background on there. Yeah, Sean used to hate the iPhone. People who didn't have an iPhone would really hate them
left behind.
because you could play. Remember, apps came out, and then you could have like shotgun apps, stuff like that.
Beer app.
And Sean, when he didn't have an iPhone, was just like, "Why is everyone on that all the time? I just don't get it." And then guess what? He gets an iPhone a month later. Can you get off Words with Friends? You're on Words with Friends constantly. It's like, if you didn't have one, you couldn't understand why people were glued to it all the time.
Yeah, some people were like holdouts. They had this thing. I don't know what it was, but it didn't pay off in the end. Like, you're fighting a lost battle.
I was a holdout on cell phones in general.
Oh yeah.
I had a cell phone throughout all of high school, and it was off in the trunk. It was like, hey, if I have an emergency, cool, I got it. Otherwise, gone. J-Fo Show, thank you. J-Ho for Show, thank you for your sub. And then I had a Sony Ericsson when I got out of high school.
Yeah.
Again, cool for it. It was the first phone I knew that you could actually look things up.
Yeah.
You could look up like movie times on it. It was like, oh, cool. And then when I wasn't using it, that thing was out of there. And then I got a Motorola Razr. But again, I used it a little more often because for Mega 64, it was helpful to like call people. But I didn't text. I didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
And then iPhone was like, oh, I can't keep the phone in my car anymore. This is going to be on me all the time. And now the digital leash had made its permanent notch.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
And now we are all drones. It
was inevitable.
Yeah. Anyway, so without further ado, we said what we're going to do tonight what was the first song you bought as a ringtone? I don't think I ever bought a ringtone. I think I made ringtones. I figured out how you could do it, and I set up, it was like Weezer or some dumb shit.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
Yeah.
I didn't do ringtones, ring back tones, ring forward tones. I didn't do any of that.
No, I didn't do Crazy Frog or any of that bullshit.
I think I did buy like Prince of Persia or something on like a Sony Ericsson or something.
Yeah. I made a couple songs, but back in the early iPhone days, I will say maybe a couple years in, someone that I was dating at the time found out how to do it and made me a ton of text tones. Like she just made like one of the Star Tours sound and a couple other ones, and I will like still occasionally use those. Like they're still on my phone from like cool. Over a decade ago. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to flip over to, without further ado, tonight we are going to rank the iPhones. Here we go. There it is. All of them are laid out on display here. Now, how are we going to rank them? I think there's a lot of things to factor in. I think the things you got to consider and weigh for each one is how
is it crap?
Is it crap? That's one.
That's one.
Hype level, like what? Or when I say hype, I mean what? Yeah, was it exciting? That's one.
Did it make waves, or was it?
Did it make waves or not?
Upgrade?
Yeah. Did it bring something to the phone that changed the game completely? Yeah. That's a big factor to consider. Obviously, if you're ranking them by how good they are, and that's it. Yeah, the newest one is probably going to win,
They say that every year, too, which is great.
Yeah, the best iPhone ever.
Best iPhone ever.
I love that they still say that. It's like, well, yes.
I would hope.
Yeah. But, you factor in how good the features are, how much of an impact it had, how much it was good for the money, maybe. Maybe cost brings it down, all those things. And also, aesthetic should come into it, too.
Yeah, the
look. How did it, the size of it. We were talking about Dragon Ball a little bit before the stream, but before we get to this, I needed some caffeine, and I found out the only thing we had in our fridge is a Dragon Ball Z Spirit Bomb energy drink. Sean got me this during the making of our Boo Saga video, and I said I wouldn't drink it until the Boo Saga video was over. I said I'll drink this when I hit export on the video, and I forgot and never did. So
here we are now.
I don't know if it's going to be good. Spirit Mom, give us all your energy.
Give him his energy for that. It's probably crap. Uh-oh, not good face.
Yeah, that's like a Red Bull with more chemicals. Like you spilled your hairspray into a Red Bull.
Could be good.
I am awake. Are you seeing Avatar in IMAX 3D remastered this weekend?
Yeah, a bunch of people saw that.
Of course. I'll be there Saturday. But I'm not going to see it like in the normal theater. I will only go if it's IMAX 3D Dolby theater with high frame rate. Otherwise, I already seen it. And guess what? It's not a very good movie. All right. Let's go. Let's rank the iPhones. Let's start. We're going to go in order.
Yep. Let's do it.
Okay, let's start with iPhone. Now, a lot of people call it iPhone 2G. That's not what it was.
Yeah,
that's not what it was called. But it got that nickname because it didn't use 3G. They hadn't used 3G yet. Yeah. At the time, I think 3G was the standard, but it was still like they still weren't even ready for that.
I had a Samsung slide phone that had 3G before I had my Curve.
Whoa.
But my Curve was also Edge. It also didn't have 3G. So for some
Really?
reason, smartphones were just not on 3G yet.
Not into that yet. That's interesting.
Or at least I don't know.
Well, so the first iPhone, changed everything. Needless to say.
I would give it an A because it is the original iPhone, but I think it was still missing some features that should have been there day one.
It did not have apps.
Didn't have apps. Didn't have 3G.
Yeah.
Didn't shoot video.
Yeah. Pictures are they were fine.
Camera was okay
at the
for
time.
the time. Yeah.
You have to factor in though too. $600.
Yeah.
And you had to sign on for a 2-year contract.
Yeah, didn't subsidize the cost.
No. And I did that, and then they lowered the price a week later. It was like, oh, thanks. And then Apple,
gift card, didn't they?
But they sent me, it was like a $200 or $300 gift card, and I remember buying a laser printer and putting that towards it. So that was cool.
I had a picture of your iPhone with that.
So I want to give this a top tier rating for just create. And also, by the way, I thought it was weird seeing people talk into a phone that shaped. So that was like, whoa. But I thought the build of the phone was classy. It was aluminum. It felt like sturdy. I thought it felt like a deluxe piece of hardware.
The other thing too is the touchscreen was unparalleled back then.
100%.
That was the best touchscreen, and there was not a other phone that had a full touchscreen face.
Yeah.
That was as good as that. So
it changed.
That too.
Yeah, it changed not just phones, but the interface of computing.
Nothing was caught up to that.
Yeah.
Nothing caught up to that even they try. I remember like Verizon tried to like release like touch phones.
Yeah.
They were garbage.
Yeah.
Compared to the iPhone.
Yeah.
Nothing there for years.
So yeah, design wise, to me, this was a. How can you?
I would say A or S. I would say A just because it's missing some features. But
yeah, I think we got to give props where this phone ruled when it came out. Again, missing lots of stuff, but at the time it was done in such a way, it was magic. It felt like magic.
I agree.
But not S because the price and the features that were.
Yeah.
But A out of respect.
Yep.
Okay, next up, iPhone 3G. I remember a lot of people. I believe that's what this is. It's going to be hard to tell the difference between 3G and 3GS. I believe this is 3G. There's 3G and 3GS right here.
Okay. Yeah.
I think the first one. Yeah.
The 3GS had a.
I think the first one. I think this one is 3G actually.
The 3GS had shiny print on the back. The 3G didn't.
Oh, okay.
That's the only difference.
As
far as physical.
So 3G added 3G to the phone. Finally,
that was like the true iPhone. To me, because
the true first iPhone.
Yeah, because I think did it do video? Was that the first one that did video? Or no, 3GS did video.
Not HD, but it did do video. Yeah.
It also had I wasn't a fan of the plastic body. The switch back I thought was a downgrade.
Yeah, I thought it was too. I thought it looked visually cool, but the feel of it was like cheaper.
But I believe that was the first phone that had apps. Wasn't that when
I believe they added
iPhone
apps.
OS 3 came out?
Yes.
Was it 3G?
There was a 32 gig one too.
Yeah, that was big back then.
And a camera. Let's see. Yes, it had the big thing were 3G connectivity and App Store.
Yeah.
App Store. I mean.
Yeah,
and I remember at the time when they announced that, I was like, who cares? Apps? What I need? I got email, I got YouTube, I got the internet.
I remember when they announced that, I was like, this is huge. Like, that was,
I remember you telling me that. Yeah. You're like, this is bigger than you are ready
for. Because the iPhones before were just using like the web apps where you could just save like a web link and like, put it on your home screen.
Which was annoying.
It was annoying, but it was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Which you can still do, by the way.
Yeah.
Which I think is funny that no one does anymore. But that was all they had. And the App Store, it was like, holy crap, because the Mac was launching their App Store at the same time as well, which is not as good. But
yeah. Well, how do you rank that? So the build quality of the phone I thought was a downgrade.
Yeah.
But the features skyrocketed.
Yeah.
where do you put that?
I would say I'm A or B.
But I will say this though. Let's take this into account. 3GS is coming up. I remember people going, nah, 3GS. It
was a lot
please.
faster.
It was. I think it was underrated what an upgrade that was. The 3G had all the features. It chugged.
Yeah.
The 3GS was blazing fast in comparison. So, I mean, what else did the 3GS add? Let's see. It was the most powerful phone ever made. Let's see. What other features did it add? It did add video, but not HD.
It wasn't much to it, honestly.
So how does that?
It felt like it just ran a lot better.
Yeah.
I would say that's a B.
So that's what you 3GS. What would you do? 3G, 3GS. What do you think? What should we do?
Maybe 3G B, 3GS C. Like it wasn't a hype upgrade, but it just felt like it was what they needed to do.
Yeah. I don't know. But
maybe I'm a hater.
The App Store, the speed of it. Didn't 3GS add it added like actual GPS and stuff too? Didn't it?
It might have.
I thought it did, where you could actually like run maps and things like that. Didn't have Apple Maps yet.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
I don't know. I'm voting maybe these are both
B.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think they're okay to be B.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, 3GS was the entry for a lot of people too. Okay.
That was when competitors actually started to take it more seriously.
Yeah. Once it had an app store, there was like, oh, there's like a future here.
Yeah.
Changed people's lives. So I think that's good to have.
Yeah.
On there. Okay. Next one is a big one because I remember reading the article about someone left this at a bar.
Oh my!
Do you remember this?
I remember that entire saga.
Yeah, where it was like, yo, there's a new iPhone coming, and we know this because someone left it at a bar.
We have it. Someone actually had it. Yeah, it was Gizmodo.
Yeah. Man, remember that?
That was so bad.
That was really bad. That was really, really bad. And didn't they bar Gizmodo for a long time from their stuff?
I think they might have. I think that, yeah.
That's a legendary story in tech reporting.
Yes. That was legendary. I remember that. I remember there's just like exclusive, like we have the new iPhone.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think it was like months, right?
Yeah.
And it was in a iPhone 3G case to make it look like a 3G.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Oh my
It wasn't
gosh.
just like a bare iPhone because it looks so different from the other ones. You wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah. What a weird time that was. Well, I will say, when I saw the aesthetic of this phone, I was like, oh, they nailed it.
Yeah.
I thought the aesthetic of this phone, going to the flat edge, was so
that aluminum
sick.
side.
Yes. But then we had Antenna Gate.
Oh my god. Which was overhyped. I'm sorry.
This was the beginning of iPhone. I thought iPhone 4. I knew a lot of people getting the 3G, 3GS. That's when I people I know are actually getting an iPhone. I felt like 4 was when it hit mainstream, where it was like, yo, you need to get an iPhone.
Yeah.
That's what I had heard, I seem to remember. And that with the mainstream came also like the want to create a crisis every time. Yeah, magnifying whatever to like what's wrong with it kind of thing.
Yeah. I couldn't really replicate the antenna issue.
I never had that.
I could if I just had like a firm grip around it.
Yeah.
But I never held my phone like that anyway.
No.
So I didn't have the problem, but I'll just never forget it was such a huge launch.
Yep.
And then that issue like overshadowed it so quickly, and Steve was forced to come back out on stage and be like, look, it can do this. Don't do this. We're giving you a free bumper. Blah, 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 blah. Have a good day. And I got my free bumper. I mean, I guess it helped a little bit.
That was fun.
They were cool. I mean, I probably wouldn't have bought one anyway.
Yeah.
It looked cool with that case or with that phone.
Yeah. So aesthetic to me was 10 out of 10.
Yep.
What did it bring? It did have, I think it was
Retina display.
Yeah.
Retina display was huge.
Front
facing camera. Right?
Yeah. So that's what I was going to say. It's funny. I've got a list here of like somebody like listing like the features that they brought, and they leave half the shit out. It's like FaceTime is not mentioned on here. It's like FaceTime.
Well, maybe because that's an iOS thing and not like a
a hardware thing. I don't know, but this phone brought video calls to the table. I remember people were telling me, "Oh, Android got that already. Android had that," but
sure.
You never heard about it in the mainstream press like with Apple because you realized with this phone what Apple was good at doing, and that was like, this sounds goofy, but creating almost a story reason, putting a narrative behind it.
Yeah, they give you a story to go with like how you would use it in like your life, whereas other features just kind of exist places and you don't really know about them.
Yeah,
with other tech, and Apple kind of sells it to you a bit more. I think.
You realize their marketing is like they put an emotion behind it. It's like, don't you want to talk to your mother? And you can with, and then they give it the most Apple thing ever is to give it a corny name, and it's FaceTime. Look, it's FaceTime. That was, I mean, Dominic, we were kids thinking, will we have video calls someday? Well, there it is. They added it to that phone.
Yeah.
I think this was a heavy hitter.
I think S for me.
I think iPhone 4 was an S.
That was a game changer.
I think it's like,
that was when I was like, damn, like,
I got a future device.
These. Yeah. I think at that point I knew like I was never going to switch away from iPhone.
Yeah, I'm with you. And then, so next up would be, let me try to find it here.
4S.
4S. Man, these are hard to differentiate. I apologize, everybody. Ooh, I think
Oh, it's on the bottom.
Yeah, I believe that's it. Or was the one of the? I don't know.
I don't think you can really tell between them, honestly. From the front.
iPhone 4S. This brought 1080p video recording to it.
Yeah.
So that was it. Like no reason to carry another camera, flip video. You know,
that was the end of that.
If quality was the issue, that was out the door. This one brought again. I'm always gonna lean more on the camera stuff.
Yeah.
Because just for my life, I love filming stuff, recording stuff. That's camera stuff is always weaved into my life, so that's always been my priority with them.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't impressed overall, personally.
With 4S?
Yeah, I thought it was a weak upgrade.
Siri was like, whoa, it has that?
Weak.
But I never believed in like, whoa. Like, it was very convenient for like, hey, I'm not going to say it because people at home will have their shit turned on. Set an alarm for 5:30.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That's still what I use it for.
And that's it.
Hasn't changed
and it's never gotten really better. Siri still sucks.
Yeah, never been impressed by Siri. I do remember, I don't know if anyone else remembers this, but I remember I had my 3GS and I forget where I worked, but someone else had a smartphone and was like, hey, have you checked out this? Because everyone was just like trying out these different apps, downloading different apps. I remember someone was like, hey, have you checked out this Siri app? I was like, what's that? I was like, oh, it's his voice assistant. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And a few months later, Apple bought the company that made Siri.
Yeah.
And that's how Siri started.
That was another app. I forgot about that.
App before. It was just this independent app.
Yeah.
Before it was any part of any phone, and it was called Siri. And the fact that they didn't change the name, I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was kind of odd. You would think they would give it their own thing.
Yeah, but you can still see you can probably still find the logo places of like the original Siri. It was just like this, like I think it was like green, like kind of like handwriting or something.
Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, it was to wait that long and that be like your 4S seller to me was weak. And I already love the 4 so much. It didn't move the needle for me at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would put it in C personally.
To me, oh, there. I think that's it right there. Wasn't.
And I bought it.
Wasn't bad. And it wasn't bad. Way snappier than the 4.
And I bought it in.
Change
Yeah, and I bought it in white to make it feel like I had a different phone.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Sometimes you have to do that.
But
with the,
Siri, I'm not going to mark it way down because Siri, we do use that. I think we all use it more than we do, think. I use it to turn that off or remind me of this I do use it, but it's just not.
Yeah, it doesn't work as well as it should.
It's
as much as they hype it up. It's
Okay, iPhone 5.
Oh yeah.
Now I can't speak for anyone else. iPhone 5 was my shit.
Yeah.
I think this is it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
I will say,
Amazing.
back to aesthetic, I didn't think the aesthetic could get better.
Yeah.
This phone not only kept the hard edge,
Yep.
but made it wider. And I remember people telling me, I don't know, this new phone, it's too long. The aspect ratio sucks. Yo, bro,
that was great.
turn that sumbitch sideways.
Yeah, people
it
don't
was
know how to do
16 by 9.
People are allergic to that.
And then, on top of all the other aesthetic stuff, we got the best black color.
Yeah, the best black color.
That was the Darth Vader phone. That phone looked evil. I loved it.
Evil phone.
And they added, was that the one they added LTE?
Yes.
LTE.
That was a game changer.
Yeah. This for me.
That made the cellular usable. 3G was fine.
Ripping.
3G was fine, but it was getting long in the tooth because it was already old it was already around by the first iPhone. Then we are here a couple of years later, and we're still on 3G. I think LTE was out on other devices at that point when it hit the iPhone. Yeah, it was,
this to me
amazing.
was a 10 out of 10 phone.
Yeah, it was S rank for me.
And people are saying this in the chat. Some would argue maybe still the best size screen.
Yeah, it was a good screen.
It was like having a little
a good personal device.
It was a little cute remote almost, and it was perfect for your thumb. If that's what you cared about, that's what it was, And every now and then I see a movie or something where they'll be using the iPhone 5, and I'm like, would be kind of fun to go back to a phone like that size.
It's a great phone.
This for me is an S.
Yeah, definitely.
We going with S?
S
all right,
for me.
S rank.
Game changer.
All right.
One of my favorites for sure.
Now, 5S? 5S. Now, there might be other ones. Oh,
that
is
one
this
came
5?
in gold.
5. There was 5C.
So, yeah, we got to do those at the same time, yeah.
This was a cheaper iPhone.
That phone's a piece of shit.
Yeah, and right?
I hate that phone.
Yeah.
Worst.
All right, what should we do?
F.
All right.
Worst
Why
phone.
was it so bad?
Well, first of all, it was okay, cool that they added colors. So it was express yourself with different colors.
I did like that. The different colored plastics, thumbs up.
Cool.
I love that.
Cool. The cases that it came out with were like these croc cases. I don't know what those were. They were garbage. Like the cases with like the holes in them.
Yeah.
Stupid croc case.
Yeah, that was weird.
I know people that upgraded from the 5 to the 5C. It's literally the same phone, just in plastic. I'm like, you just got.
You
the
just
same
moved
phone,
laterally.
but it's plastic, so okay.
Yeah.
It was a cheaper phone, so it's cool that it got in more hands. But to release it next to the 5S, like I always hated the 5C, and never want to.
I know a lot of people that just suffered through that. So yeah, it's down there.
Never want to see it again.
Okay, 5S. I think I've got that right here. Didn't this add a gold color? Yeah.
Gold was pimping. I got the gold.
5S, I have to. This is one that I skipped.
Yeah, you didn't get that one.
I never had it.
Yeah.
Because I loved my 5 so much that I was like, I just can't justify. There's not enough here to justify it.
There wasn't. Touch ID, though.
It added Touch ID.
It was baller.
That was sick.
It was a little, I will say, I didn't love it because it was a little slow to unlock when Touch ID first came out. It was really cool, but kind of took a second.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of annoying. But other than that, I love the gold option.
Yeah.
It was faster. I don't know if there was anything else. Was there any camera?
It added slow-mo video.
Well, that's cool.
But again, am I buying? At the time, this was when I'd have to sell my phone to get the new one. And I just didn't want to. I didn't want to go through that process. I'm getting slow-mo video and touch a thumbprint. Like I know I'll get that on a future phone.
Right.
So I just I could live without it.
It was okay.
Dual flash.
Oh yeah, better flash, which that's cool for then.
But it didn't really add like a ton more.
No.
But Touch ID was good. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh yeah, just going back really quick. Did the 4S get flash?
That had a flash. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, that was cool back then.
Yeah, that was cool.
I would say B maybe because it did usher in Touch ID, which was around for a while.
Biometrics coming into the mainstream was
I
cool.
love Touch ID. That was the first time I started securing my phone with a passcode because it was more convenient.
Yeah. I used to not lock my phone.
No, I didn't either.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
Because it was like, I don't want to type some shit every time I pick up.
Now my entire life is on my phone. Like, that shit is locked.
Yeah. I don't have anything that's not locked down. But at the time, it was still just like, eh.
Yeah.
And I would leave it. I remember leaving my phone unlocked just sitting in the booth at Anime Expo. And I came back and it's like, nobody went on my phone, right? It's like, oh my God.
Yeah,
now?
I wouldn't fly
Forget
now.
that.
Are you kidding me?
You don't even get to talk to me unless you know a password.
Yep.
Anyway. Oh my God. Kevin, please.
Whoa, Kevin.
We're live,
hey.
man. Thanks.
Whoa.
Jesus. I'm so sorry about that.
That spear bomb.
Anyway.
I would give it a B or a
I would say B or C.
I would say
can't
B.
decide.
I would
Yeah,
say
B.
B.
It was a good phone.
I mean, it was better. I mean, it's definitely, it's better than the other C upgrades, I think. Because I think Touch ID was really cool.
Yeah. Okay. So now we get to.
I'm getting some more meaty.
Oh, wait. Do we have? I think iPhone SE was supposed to be. I don't know if that's in here.
Oh, that came after the 6.
I think that's this.
It was a rose gold. Yeah, that's probably what that is. I mean,
this was a more affordable phone.
It was basically.
No, this came around the same time. Oh, we should get to this probably after 6.
Yeah, because that came with the 6S.
Yeah, let's go to. Let's
6.
retreat here a bit. Okay, I think this one of these. I think you cannot read them, but I think these are the 6 and 6S family.
6S was the first rose gold. So if there's a rose gold in there.
Oh, 6S was rose gold?
Yeah.
Okay, then this one is 6. This one just had gold, right?
Yeah, just had gold.
Okay. All right, iPhone 6.
So 6 and 6 Plus.
Oh, 6
they
and
came
6
in,
Plus.
this
was the first time we had a big phone, right?
Yeah.
And I remember going, damn, I got big pocket. Like, when they announced this, it was like, okay, I'm ready to upgrade. Should I get the big one? This is the first time we had a big. It's like, oh, maybe people want big screen phones.
It was a phablet. Remember the phablet?
They kept talking about phablet.
I'm so glad I don't have to hear that fucking word ever again.
I know.
Holy shit.
Now it's just phones are just like that.
Yeah.
But
phablet.
I remember everyone telling me, dude, don't get the 6. Don't get the Plus. Don't get the Plus. I was like, really?
Oh, Ben.
Too big. No. People were just like, I've seen it in person.
Yeah.
It's so big, you won't be able to do anything with it. Yeah. It's so big, and that discouraged me. So I was like, all right, I'll just get the regular 6. And then eventually later, it all came out, and I saw the Plus, the bigger one. I'm like, I should have got that one. I got big. I know some people it might not be convenient, but I got big ass pockets. I wanted that extra battery life. I got whatever. So this was the last normal size phone that I got. I got the regular 6. And then everyone,
I got the regular 6 as well.
Shrebu nailed it. Everyone joked about how phones are supposed to get smaller, not larger.
I know.
I meant to have.
Stupid.
I meant to have the chat box. Should I include the chat box here?
Yeah, see the chat box.
Put them up there or something like that. I don't know why I didn't include them. I'm sorry,
hell?
guys. Guys, I left you out at an important time. I'm sorry. You probably can't read any of that anyway, but whatever. Anyway.
Leave 'em in there.
Sorry, everyone. Okay. Yeah. So 6. What did it add? It added
way bigger screen.
Retina HD display.
So this is better, bigger screen.
Way better. Camera was like, forget it.
It was better camera.
But
this was another interesting time because this is when the table started to turn a little bit, and other manufacturers were making way bigger phones, and Apple stuck to their guns.
Yeah, with the 5
with I think it was a 5-inch screen.
Yeah.
And Apple was sticking to their guns, and everyone's just like, dude, like, is Apple going to make like a bigger phone? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? Why are they still sticking to these tiny things?
Yeah, and they seemed like they didn't want to do it. And then when the 6 and 6 Plus came out, that was like, I think that won some people over who are going to Android for the bigger screens.
Yeah.
But yeah, people saying, "Oh, the phone's supposed to be smaller." If the whole thing's a screen, you want it to be bigger. Like, don't be stupid.
Well, yeah, but they also put out a smaller phone around this time too that met the demand. If you want but one or the other, go for it. Which I personally, I think there should always be a small option. Maybe you want that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's fine. Somebody was asking, by the way, when did they introduce Lightning? We should bring that up. That was 4,
5.
right?
5.
5 introduced?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 4 still had the big pin connectors.
Yeah, we should.
You're right. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, Lightning was huge.
Now, at the time, I will rank that up. I stand by the 5 getting a high review because Lightning was awesome. Yep. Today, I would mark phones down for Lightning, but then awesome.
Yeah,
but
moving away from the 30 pin was huge.
Amazing. Lightning was so convenient, reversible. Oh,
yeah.
I actually liked it.
Yeah.
And how times have changed. But anyway, with the 6, though, what else did it add? It was really focused on the screen.
Yeah.
And the camera was very, very good. And then, yeah, like you said, they did the plus one.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this, though. Maybe I'm going to see if it's controversial. This, for me, was my least favorite aesthetic of iPhone. I did not like how these phones looked. I thought they moved away from oh, you get the hard edge on the phone. Yeah. Like they started doing a more rounded edge.
I didn't really mind.
I don't know. It didn't have that. It didn't have the edge, literal and metaphorical to me.
It was a little bit more slip in your hand a little bit more, I think.
I never would drop my phone.
Yeah, I dropped that was the only phone I broke was my 6.
Dude.
Only phone I've ever broken.
I didn't like the rounded edges. It felt like, I didn't like the aesthetic of this phone. It's a thumbs down for me. But again, pretty impressive screen. I just remember I wasn't singing about this one. I don't know. I
loved it. It was just more of what I loved on the 5S. I think Touch ID was a little bit quicker.
Yeah, Touch ID was much faster, if I remember.
Yeah, I like the screen. I didn't get the Plus. There was the bending
yeah, Bendgate. We got to talk about Bendgate, dude.
But, I mean, why are people putting phones in their back pockets is what I want to know. I've never done that. I will never do that. I would never suggest to put a $700 item in your back pocket.
I was never able to replicate Bendgate. I didn't know what it was like. I felt like people were like, yeah, look.
I mean,
yeah, I never counted it in real life.
It's going to break. Oh, it's like, dude, don't it's not going to bend on its own. It's not going to just walk off the table and bend.
Yeah. So I don't know. This brought a lot of deluxe features in terms of the screen and the camera and all that.
I would give it an A.
But really, an A.
Yeah. Because this was the beginning of kind of that body type, and it was the movement towards the bigger
towards
screens.
It as a all-encompassing. It really did feel like we're making the move to this is your computer now.
Yeah.
It's not just a little metaphor visually, but also metaphorically. It felt like the iPhone went from little thing in your pocket, weird thing, to yo, hey, here's a legit screen because this is your life. You're going to use this.
Especially with the Plus, yeah. I went that route.
Okay, I would vote. I just for some reason didn't like using this one. For some reason, I would vote it a C.
C.
I put it. Wow. I just didn't. I didn't care for that design. I didn't like it. Maybe a B. But what were you saying? A.
I would say A. Yeah. I think
what if we settle on a B?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay, I think let's meet in the middle on that. Okay, so that one was B. 6S. And again, 6S Plus. This is the one where I got the Plus.
Yeah, same here.
And I enjoyed it much more.
I got the Gold Plus.
And I enjoyed the experience much more.
And they that one was made out of aircraft grade aluminum or something. Yeah. So if you bent it, you really had to try to bend it.
Yeah, you had to fucking destroy it.
So I appreciated that they responded to that in that way.
Yeah.
Was that the first phone with Apple Pay? Or was it the 6?
No. I
think it was the 6. Didn't Apple Pay come to 6? I forget.
Yeah, what? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't remember which one added Apple Pay. Does anyone out there know which phone added Apple Pay?
Apple, I mean, that was huge for me. I use that as much as possible. What's the cheapest iPhone that still gets updates? I think the SE2 probably. I mean, that phone's like $399, I think, and I think it's still available.
iPhone 6 did have Apple Pay. That's
iPhone
pretty
6
big.
Apple Pay?
That's pretty big.
I mean, that was huge.
Yeah.
I use that as much as possible. It's the quickest, easiest way to pay. You don't have to mess with the stupid card reader.
Yeah. Shit, that almost kind of bumps it up to me.
See?
Well, we'll consider it. This is a fluid list. But yeah, for the 6S, I remember really liking the Plus. I wish this told me a little more info about what else the Plus brought, or I'm sorry, the 6S brought.
I remember there being a camera upgrade. I think that might have been the first 12 megapixel. Oh, 3D touch.
Oh,
6S.
I love 3D touch.
Yeah,
and I felt like
cool.
So many people I know didn't even know about it.
Yeah, I love 3D touch.
I thought, even though I still didn't like the aesthetic of the phone, still don't.
Rose gold as well.
Yes, but even though I didn't care for the aesthetic of the phone, I felt like functionality and usability was at the top.
Yeah.
As noted in addition to all of that, when we're talking about usability, ease of use, having a nice experience using your phone as a ongoing thing every day, it needs to be noted, this still had the headphone jack.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in the chat, because I see a lot of people like God tier, best phone, best iPhone. I think it's a lot of people. I'm sorry if I'm speaking for you. I think a lot of people here held on to that phone.
Yeah.
Because of that, and that's what made them like bond to it. Like that was my
partner.
partner.
Attachment to that.
I have a lot of different thoughts.
I was already on Bluetooth at that point. I was using like some Power Beats or something.
I wasn't, but I had an optimism for like, hey, Apple changes crazy shit all the time, and they've got a reason. So I wasn't dreading it. I was like, I'm hearing the next iPhone might not have a headphone jack, but hey, what are they going to introduce? You know what I mean? There had to be a reason.
Answers nothing.
Answer was courage.
Yeah, they introduced courage. That's all that matters.
So, where do we put 6S? This was this phone I just felt like ran perfectly. I liked this one more. I still don't like the aesthetic of it. Is it up there with the 6? You want to do B or?
Yeah, I think it's a B.
But it's probably better than the other one, right? I mean, I don't know.
I'd say B.
Okay. Wait, what did I just?
I think that's the one, right?
No, that's like 5. I think I meant to. Wait, I'm so confused. These all look like 6. Oh, it's like pluses and okay, whatever. Just put them all there. I don't care.
The pluses are mixed in there. Oh shit.
Okay, well, whatever.
This is gonna get harder now.
Did it introduce 4K video? That was big.
I don't remember.
Okay. We do need to say here the
SE?
iPhone SE, which had the like guts, the processor, whatever
There's
of
the guts of the 6S on the 5 body. 5S body.
Yes. And but if you wanted a smaller phone, there you go.
And I think it was like $399.
Yes.
So not a bad phone.
I had that here. I thought. Wait, what phone is this? This is 4? Where did that come from?
No, I think that's.
What is this one?
Looks like a 7. Maybe.
That one is? Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Kind of small for me though.
Or is this the 7? I think.
Maybe that's 7 Plus.
Yeah, could be. Whatever. We're doing general, stuff here. First. Yeah, I think I put. Did I put SE up here? Yeah, I think that's what.
Might be the gold one, the rose gold, because that did come in rose gold.
Yeah, I think that's what one of them is. Anyway, SE. Yeah, it was a cool phone.
It was a cool phone. I didn't get it, but I know people that really just held out on iPhone or smartphones.
I think it's this one.
Yeah, I think it's that one. A lot of people I know held out on smartphones, iPhones, whatever, and that just the fact that it was $399 and it was a good small phone.
Yeah.
I know people that got it. I'd probably give it like a C.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's not like it had new shit, but it was like very
cool.
solid deal for you.
And it was around for a while, so it's
Yeah.
cool that they, had like a cheaper phone if you didn't want to ball out on like $700 phone.
Yes. Okay. iPhone 7.
Yeah.
This to me was a big step in Apple throwing the style points down. Yeah. I remember specifically, Dominic, when they debuted this phone, they debuted it with AirPods. This was by the way,
this was the beginning.
The beginning. This was the first without a headphone jack, and everyone was waiting. Like, is this real? Like, the headphone jack was such an integral part of the phone.
Yep.
Are they really going to do it? Are they really going to do it? And the pressure was on, and that dude was like, "Yeah, no headphone jack." And you know why? Courage. And they were made fun of that for another decade. Actually, what year did this come out? 2016. So, okay. Well, yeah. So, okay, 6 years. But they made up for it. I'm like, okay, what are they going to show to kind of like give the reason?
Water resistant, right?
Water resistant. They kind of played like that was the but they could have done it.
No, they really wanted to take up that space. And that was real estate in the phone they wanted to free up.
Yeah. So
which I agree with.
So yeah, water resistant. That was badass. And then but what I was gonna say a minute ago, I specifically remember at this thing they showed iPhone 7 and then they went into AirPods, and I remember you tweeting iPhone 7 with AirPods, like drool emoji again and again and again and again and again, or something like that. You tweeted something like that, where it was like that was the slickest package Apple had ever shown.
Yeah.
That jet black iPhone in the promo next to the AirPods, and AirPods, like that's not on this list. Obviously, we're just doing iPhones. AirPods were just game changer.
I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, I guess some people could argue that they were like trying to like sell you the solution to the problem they created.
Yeah.
But AirPods, I mean, just on their own on the side are probably one of the best devices I've like ever purchased. I think you and I both bought them on day one.
Yeah. Did you get it day one?
I got it day one. Yeah.
I remember going to. I had no plan for it. Did you get it online? Or
no,
what?
I think we got them. I think you went to the store. Maybe.
I did. I got them for you.
Yeah.
I went. I had no
for some reason.
There was no real plan and no big launch. But then someone we know, I think, was like, "Yo, I think they're supposed to get them Friday.
Yeah.
Like in store. I think they're going to get them Friday." Okay. And I woke up. It was near Christmas, I think, or something like that. I don't know. It was all Christmased out at the mall, so maybe they just did that early. But
yeah, it was in like December they came out, wasn't it?
I think like maybe. Yeah. I think so. It was definitely not right away.
Yeah.
But I remember going on a lark. You know what? Let's go. And I went at like 6 a.m. to the mall where the Apple store was, and it was like, shit, there's like 7 other people here right now. I think we're all on the same page. So I got in line for that, got the AirPods.
Yep.
Popped them in. I was like, they're probably not going to sound very good or be, I don't know. We'll see. Dude, it was magic popping those out of the box within an hour. I was like, this is one of my favorite things Apple's ever released.
Yeah.
These are so no setup. I opened them. My phone went, "Oh, you have AirPods. Hi."
It solved every problem to me that wireless was doing at the time.
Yes.
Where it's like, oh, let me get out these. I was saying I had like my Power Beats or whatever. I had to get those out, turn them on, make sure they were charged, go in the Bluetooth menu, connect to them, and then untangle the little wire that was connecting up, and it was cool that they were like wireless, but I was like, I just hate untangling shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, and then AirPods, you open the case, put them in your ear.
And that was it. And it knew. It just knew.
I was like, yes, this is exactly what I want.
And we're used to it now, but the most magic moment, it may be one of the most magic moments for me in Apple history was me putting them on and someone said, "Hey, how do they sound?" And I went, "What?" I took the earphone out and the music paused.
Yeah.
And then I put it back in and it played again. It was like, these are perfect.
Yeah,
They're
everyone
perfect.
has them. Everyone has them. If you don't have them,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you have something similar now, but
Yeah.
back then, AirPods, yeah,
That was
game
just
changer and definitely one of Apple's best products ever.
So I will say, do you have the new AirPods coming tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
Can you say? All right, there it is.
Oh yeah.
Still
Day one, baby.
Still believer.
Day one, baby.
So that was incredible. So on my end, that made me not care at all about the headphone jack being gone, because majority of what I use the headphone jack for, I always, when I go shopping, when I'm doing errands, whatever, I always had the white earbuds, which miraculously somehow would fit me, but would fall out a lot. And then I found out it's because of the cable yanking them out all the time. Once I got the wireless ones, at least for me, they fit me.
Yeah, they fit me too. I could not get them to fall out of my ear. Some people didn't.
Yeah, it wasn't for everybody.
Yeah, some people did have that issue. And it was a bummer because there was no real way to like change the size.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that was
if you have normal ears, they were fine.
Yeah, no. But anyway, so in my own personal vacuum, the no headphone jack, that was fine. Yeah. But I will say, going back to the iPhone 7, what did that actually do? I did keep, okay, that's cool that a paid accessory filled that gap.
Yeah.
But what did they bring to the phone that justified the headphone jack being gone? Nothing. I remember months later being like, damn, there's no...
It was water resistance.
Yeah, that was cool.
I still didn't want to try it out, though. I mean, like, oh, cool. I can pour water,
to me, though, it didn't...
Never got my phone wet.
To me, there was not enough to justify... At that time, it was like, come on. And there's still things to this day. Oh, play this music on this thing. Do you have a 3.5 millimeter? No,
yeah,
can't.
It sucks.
Okay. Like, that's still happening now.
Yeah.
And what my hope was that they would use the lightning port to like, because you could they had headphones that hook up to that. You'd get like health stats through that or some kind of added lossless quality or something like that. They didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
So that to me
they said,
was...
buy the fucking AirPods.
Yeah, really. And the AirPods were awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But that to me was like, damn, man.
Yeah.
So that's a mark against it to me. Everything else about this phone, I really did like. And a lot of people I know didn't want to get the jet black one because...
Oh, yeah, I didn't get that one.
That to me was the
too many
slickest
looking...
looking... But yeah, they said it up front in the presentation. They were like, this one is going to scuff up, just so you know.
They knew.
And I was like, you know what? Do it. I don't get these to stay perfect. Like, they're going to get messed up. Fine. So I got the jet black one, and I mean, within an hour you could see scuffs all over.
Yeah, that's why I knew that first one was going to bug me, so I just got the regular black.
Yeah.
But this was also the first phone that moved away from the home button. There was no longer... The button was still there.
Oh, it wasn't a physical button.
But it was like a haptic press.
Yeah, I liked that.
I love that because when the phone was off, it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And it was just one less thing to break, so I appreciated that. And this is also the first phone that started to differentiate from the Plus model because the 7 Plus had the 2-camera lens.
It did, yeah. It started to like, we actually put more stuff in the Plus.
Yeah, so the Plus was actually a better phone than the 7.
That's what I got. I got the 7 Plus, yeah.
I got the 7 Plus because I was like, I want the better phone, obviously.
Yeah.
And that is definitely one of my favorite phones I've had ever.
I agree.
I had no issues with it.
Beast.
It was a beast. Loved it. I would rank it S.
I think I gotta agree. Although you mentioned one less thing to break about the button.
Yeah.
The irony is, I remember Sean had this phone and shattered his screen slightly, not a lot, but it actually like shattered that button too.
Yeah.
Like it would no longer receive his touch.
Yep, I've seen that before.
So anyway, for me, this was the slickest aesthetically it looked in a long time.
Yeah.
And I will say, like I said, they all got kind of slippery. The jet black one actually I felt like stuck to my hand more.
Yeah.
So I like that, but I was the only one I know who got that one.
Yeah, and then also the jet black took like a couple weeks later to ship.
I think it did, yeah.
Because I remember I had mine before yours.
Yeah. I'm down with
S. S, yeah, for
that's
sure.
an S. I think that's the right one. I don't know. Again, there's pluses in here too.
Now I got to differentiate from the pluses.
Now was this a Plus 2? Oh, no, this might be 8. I don't know. So we'll keep going and do our best. Oh, wait. What is that?
I think that's the 8. 8 had the horizontal.
Oh, so you think that's what that is?
Yeah.
Well, then what's that? No.
I think that's the Plus, probably. I can't really tell from
Okay.
back here, though. I'm a little bit further.
Whatever.
On the screen.
Let's just put it up
Yeah,
there
that's
for
fine.
now, I guess. Sure. Okay. What's next? 8. This is where we start to divert into
Yeah,
weird
this is where it gets
territory
weird.
here. Apple showed, oh, look, the 8 and the 8 Plus.
Crap.
Hey, by the way, in 10 minutes, we're going to show one of the best phones we've ever shown.
Yeah. That was weird. That was weird to me because they made the phone irrelevant within 10 minutes. Just from the cost of the phone, I think it was
blunder.
I think it was like
Blunder.
$749 and $849 for the Plus.
Yeah.
And then I think the 10 was $999.
Yeah.
I mean, you could spend $150 more and just get the phone.
The next gen phone.
I don't know why there was any discussion on that. So I would rate the 8 very low. It was
I know people.
non-factor
I
for
know
me.
people. Tons of people that were like, I don't know. I don't need to. I mean, that
Yeah.
looks like
Okay.
I don't need to go for that. I'll just get the 8, and they were all bummed. They were all
You
like,
need to spend the extra $150. Maybe you don't have the extra $150, but
totally valid. Totally valid.
if
But
I was in that position, I wouldn't buy a new phone.
yeah, I know a lot of people though that they were like, I wish I would have just sprang for the 10. I just remember they were all bummed out.
Yeah,
I
would
think
give
that's
it
what
a-
that is.
I would give it a D.
Yeah, it isn't dumb like
not
the whatever,
terrible,
but
but-
like why? Why'd
Yeah.
you do that?
It was-
Why did you do that? to
That
me?
phone switched the glass back as well.
Is that what this is? I think that is 2.
Yeah, I think so.
8 and 8
That
plus
phone had
maybe
like
or something.
the glass back, so it looked. I mean, it looked nice.
Yeah, they started
But-
doing glass on the back. And
Yeah.
again, that's kind of how the 7 Plus felt to me. It wasn't glass, but the jet black one kind of had that
Yeah,
feeling, and
that-
this took it to the next level where it actually was glass. Because didn't this introduce? Isn't this the generation, the era we got wireless charging?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's why they switched to glass. Yeah,
Isn't it?
pretty sure.
Or was that? No, that wasn't 11.
No, I'm pretty sure that
Yeah, I think you're
they
right.
had wireless charging.
Okay.
Very cool.
Next up,
Also, the wireless charging had been around for a long time before Apple got
yeah,
it.
Apple was very late to that.
Yeah.
And that was one where you you could tell, and I don't blame them. Android people were watching Apple people just get, oh, look what I got. This little thing, and you could just set it on there and it charges. And all the Android people are like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I've had that in I have a wireless charger in my car since
Yeah.
2011. Like, what are you doing? Anyway,
Yeah.
so I thought it was funny. All right. iPhone 10.
Yeah, here we go.
This phone,
Baller.
this was reminiscent. This is the 10th anniversary of the iPhone.
Yeah.
And was reminiscent of the beginning of the iPhone, where
Yeah.
when you pulled this out of your pocket, people went,
that's
I
the
need
10.
that.
That's the 10.
I would show this to people and they would go, oh, yeah, I need to go buy that phone. I need that phone.
Yep.
That screen was godlike.
Yep.
Wasn't it the first OLED?
Yep. First OLED, Face ID. It had the smaller form factor
Yeah.
with all of the features. There was only one size.
Yeah, there wasn't a plus or whatever.
It was the first $1,000 iPhone where I remember like all the articles coming
Yeah.
out. It was like Apple is going to announce a $1,000 iPhone.
Yeah, that was
And
heinous.
here's why it's too expensive.
Yeah.
And it was just like, okay. I mean,
And then they debuted it, and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But also, too, Apple was realizing the trend, like we talked about earlier. People, and I remember seeing an interview at the time. It was like, people aren't just like walking up to the store with $1,000, they handing it to us. A lot of people have a monthly fee.
yeah, they're financing it. They're doing monthly fee.
Because I know at the time, I think the upgrade program was happening by this time.
I think the 6S was the first iPhone upgrade program phone.
Yeah, and so this it bumped up my monthly thing a few bucks.
Yeah.
But it was well worth it to
was
me
worth
to
it.
have this, you know.
Yeah.
But it just, that screen
Yeah,
just
no home
popped.
button.
No home button. I will say though, you got to look at both sides, and I remember feeling really bad. Our president did tweet out,
Yeah.
I miss the home button. And that made me kind of like,
Yeah.
there's people who really cared about that feature.
People got left out.
So I if he's out there, if our former president is out there,
Yeah.
I just can't.
I
That was
give
really
him the home
hurtful.
button if I could.
Yeah, that was really sad. Anyway, I couldn't once this had the just swipe back to the menu. I was like, oh, this functionality is like this brought the whole functionality of this phone was like I had all my apps like a deck of cards, just like didn't have to do anything. I'm just going.
I got used to that.
Yeah,
it is so funny to me how much people. I think there are some people that have still clinged on to the button and just like won't give it up. And I got over it within 10 minutes. I don't know what to tell you.
It was so intuitive.
I was like, oh, okay. And that was pretty much it.
The gestures were 10 out of 10.
Maybe
I
because
understood it in 1 second.
And maybe because I was already doing gestures on like iPad and stuff like that at the time. Maybe they didn't have an iPad. I don't know. But I don't know why there was any holding on to the home button at that
I'm
point.
really being serious. Trump said so many out of touch things,
Yeah,
but nothing hit me harder than when he tweeted, by the way, Apple, I missed the home button.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
when it really hit me. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You are so out. I've never heard anything more out of touch. That one hit me the hardest for some reason.
If you still feel that way, that's where you're at, and that's what you're compared to, just so you know.
So there's the baseline.
Sorry to say it.
Anyway, it was what phone introduced haptic feedback? Wasn't that 7? Am I crazy?
I think it might have been the 6S with 3D touch, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. But we gave it a good review for that, I think.
Yeah.
Decent.
3D touch, yeah.
So 10 Face ID. Now, some people were mixed on that.
Yeah, I wasn't too stoked on Face ID. It was pretty slow when it first came out, and before that, I thought Touch ID had pretty much been perfected. It was so fast. I mean, they would tout like how much quicker Touch ID had gotten, like over the the last 7 or whatever came out.
Yeah.
And then Face ID was cool, but I just had issues with it. It took a while to unlock. I didn't love Face ID at the time.
For some reason, I don't know what it was. If I got fucked up hands or what. But when I would do fingerprint, a lot of times it wouldn't go, or it wouldn't, it was very fast. I'm not saying it was no good, but like either I'd be wearing a thing or I'd have, what, I don't know what was going on, but it would take me a while to do the Touch ID.
Yeah.
Face ID, I found by the time I was looking at it, it was already unlocked. I loved Face ID from the beginning, but I know people who, again, it was like, results may vary. I know some people that it was like, yo, I stare at this fucking thing and it won't unlock.
Yeah.
I never had that problem. So, anyway, it had that. It had, God, I mean, yeah. It was,
it was a steel. I think that phone was steel made out of. I don't think it was aluminum anymore.
wasn't it? I thought it was all glass.
No, I mean the case, like the back. I mean, it was a glass back, but like the sides, I think, were steel. Like I think the whole body was steel.
Okay, yeah.
It did have the glass back.
Yeah, you're right. Which is
pretty
and that
awesome.
was cool.
Just a durable phone.
To me, it was like, and again, it had the same battery and mostly the same shit as the Plus phones before, but it was like almost like they shaved it down to just the screen.
Yeah.
So I don't know. To me, this was
I would give it an A or S.
I'm down with S.
Yeah.
You know that? Let's just do that.
Came in black and silver. There's no gold at the time.
Yeah. That aesthetically was such a cool phone. Still would rather have hard edges, but they made it cool.
I liked it.
I think this is 10R.
Oh yeah. So the
Wait,
next year,
no.
yeah.
No, that's not.
No, it's on the far right. I think that one.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10R. This was like a cheaper iPhone 10.
Yeah, I don't. They were doing
And
the
it
color
wasn't
things
OLED.
again. Yeah, it wasn't OLED. This is where I think the marketing kind of caught up to it a little bit
I
because
agree.
they called the display like a liquid retina display.
Retina. Yeah.
I was like, bro, it's just an LCD screen. Like, let's be real.
They started, and it made some people I know were like, doesn't that one have the better screen? Because they talked about liquid retina and all these things so much that
I don't know
it was like, so this is better than OLED?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wasn't impressed with that. I don't know. I forget what the R stands for. Regressive? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I would give that like a.
Yeah, they
C?
really never said. I don't know. If
Yeah,
they
I don't know if they said. I would give it a C or D. I was.
Yeah. Okay. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you guys like it?
I don't know. I think I knew like one person that had it. Cool colors.
Who said it was real good?
Oh, real good. Put it in the real good.
I mean, it's definitely stuff. Yeah. D, it's not exciting. That's just D.
It wasn't.
It wasn't an affront to God or anything. It was just D.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we got.
And you got the 10s.
10s. I think this is where I got the 10s Max.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Maybe controversial here. I don't know. The gold 10s Max. Mm-hmm. That gold was ethereal. It was like Lady Galadriel gave you the mithril to make a phone out of.
Wow.
It was like rainbowy in the light.
He said that, not me.
Aesthetically, I think this is one of my favorites.
Cool. I liked it. I got the 10s Max to make myself think I got a new phone.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I would rank it pretty low, honestly, but it felt like where it should be with the bigger size. So I like the bigger size.
Yeah.
As far as upgrades, I don't think it brought anything new to the table except the big screen. And better battery. I don't think it really did much. Maybe
battery was a huge upgrade.
I don't think there's barely a difference in processor speeds. It was 10s.
A12 Bionic added, efficiency and battery life went up, but it kind of wasn't that exciting of an update.
I would give it like a C.
Other than the bigger one.
I loved having the bigger screen, but that made me think I got a new phone. That was the only reason.
Oh, we should bring up. We didn't bring up the notch that it on from the 10 on. That didn't matter to me after 20 minutes.
Over it.
I never looked at it again. Did not care.
Did have better Face ID too.
Yeah, I would.
Give it a C.
I would personally bump it up for the aesthetic of the phone, but that's just me. Do you think that's not worth?
That's up to. I don't know. I would give it a C. I think it was kind of just a lazy upgrade.
Yeah. Okay, I'm fine with C. I'll live with it.
If you got just the regular 10s and you came from the 10, like there's no difference.
Yeah. Okay. iPhone 11, 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max. Well, let's start with.
This is when it gets crazy.
Do we iPhone 11?
So 11 had the vertical camera array.
Oh, this is where you got. Oh, okay. So 11. Which one is which here? I don't know.
13 was diagonal. Those are 13s.
So these are there.
Those are pros.
I'm just trying to find regular 11.
I know. I think it's maybe it still had the single camera. Actually, I don't know. 12 had dual.
It was on top of each other.
Okay.
So it's got to be one of.
I think it's that one, maybe. So that one or the one next to it.
Yeah.
So that one.
Yeah, I do see an 11. I see an 11 on there.
Yeah.
Okay. iPhone 11. I didn't have that. I just had the Pro.
Yeah, I didn't have it either.
This is the first when we started having a Pro phone.
Yeah.
Where they broke it into 11, this number and this number Pro.
Yeah.
So I'll start talking about the Pro, I guess. The Pro Max, I should say.
Yeah.
That's this one right here. I'm gonna get controversial again. The aesthetic, amazing on the 10s Max.
I love that green so much.
But I think to date, the best looking iPhone of all time was the smoky green or whatever.
Alpine green, I think.
Alpine green, whatever it was called. iPhone 11 Pro Max.
The green edges the dark green edges were so cool.
And it was like right on the edge of, look at it, it's kind of gray. Look at it, it's kind of green. That smoky green iPhone 11 Pro, I think that is the best looking iPhone of all time. Still would rather have flat edges. I've been saying that on every phone. I don't like the curved edges, but it looks so good. Yeah. And again, the frosted glass on the back, it wasn't slick anymore. It was frosted, and I felt like I had a good grip on that. I liked that.
It was also that was 2019, I think.
That was 2019.
I think that might have been like my least used iPhone because COVID happened.
For a few months
later.
For a few months, it was awesome.
And the camera, was that the first?
Triple.
Yeah, first phone with triple camera. I was like, oh, new wide angle lens is so cool. And then it just didn't go anywhere.
I got it in fall of 2019.
Yeah.
And immediately it came out, and I went to Osaka. I went to New Zealand. Went to Florida, the Holy Trinity.
I think I went to like a wedding.
Yeah. But I remember being in New Zealand, and again, like already the camera, that triple camera array, amazing.
Yeah.
I will say I was disappointed in the wide angle because the distortion on things and the low light performance was bad.
Yeah.
That is a markdown on the phone. To me, it's like, here's a new lens. By the way, you'll never want to use it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was disappointing. But the regular camera was such high quality. And then I remember going to bed when I was in New Zealand and in the middle of my trip, woke up and I had a text from you, I think, that was like, hey, they just updated the phone with Deep Fusion.
Yeah.
And I mean, Apple was just casually like, yo, by the way, Deep Fusion update, your pictures are all going to look better. Bye. And it was an algorithm in which to add detail to the photos, get richer detail when you zoomed in and see all the, whatever. Someone's wearing a sweater. You're not just seeing a brown sweater. You're seeing the detail. Mm-hmm. And that update went up. And I remember updating. And then when I went to fucking Hobbiton that day. And it was like, this is the best camera I've ever used. It was so good.
Yep.
But that wide angle sucked. I do have to mark it down for that.
One thing we didn't touch on is I think it was the 10 that had portrait mode. That was a huge deal.
Oh no, 7 Plus was the first one.
7 Plus.
Mode. We gave that an S tier. We can't give it any higher reviews. But that was in the. I don't know if it was only the Plus or only the bigger one. I don't know.
Yeah, that was sick.
You needed the double array camera for that. I know at the time, even though but
and then
was really cool.
Yeah, and then the 10s, and then going into the 11.
Yeah.
Face ID got so much better. I liked Face ID a lot at that point.
Yeah. So AirPods Pro were around this time too, and that was game changer too, where it was like, how can the AirPods get better? And noise cancellation.
And back then too, I remember like they had headphones that had like noise cancellation like that, but you had to have like this dongle that like plugged into a case that was wireless. Like you had to have like this separate processing for noise cancellation. And the fact that they got that into the AirPod Pros, was a game changer. Like that, oh my god, game changer for me. Those are what I use every day.
Yeah, still using them every day. Until tomorrow. You're right. Someone in the chat said that's around when Rocco's Disneyland stories started having insane quality. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he started posting some wild shit. Still my favorite place to test a camera because you can find everything. You know what I mean? You go there, there's a forest over there. There's a fucking roller coaster over there. There's a castle here. There's you can take a picture of whatever you want in one area. And I did that as soon as I got my 14. The next day I was on my way up to LA, but I took a bunch of test like raw photos, and oh my god, the quality on the photos is like you can keep zooming in forever now that they do raw. But we'll get to that. Okay, take pictures in their restrooms. I did that too.
Mm-hmm. Under the stool.
I was live streaming in the bathroom with my friend. He's a doctor, but we don't talk about it. Okay.
Whoa.
All right. So let me see. Okay, so for me,
I would say A. It didn't do anything like drastic, but it was a very solid entry, I think, and had like a lot of really nice upgrades, like the cameras and. Yeah,
I think you're right. I think you're right. A. Dr. Wright saying, not me. And the regular one, I think those are both. Yeah. The regular 11. I mean, I didn't have that.
Didn't have it.
But I think it was a good phone, but it still didn't have the OLED.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
Yeah.
See? It wasn't a bad phone, though.
No, yeah, it wasn't a bad phone, I'm sure, and I think a lot of people had it.
You weren't missing out on not having the... Oh, no, it did have the wide-angle lens. It didn't have the telephoto lens.
I forget which one it didn't have, but I would give it a C probably.
Okay.
Also, they started doing the colors again, too.
Yeah, they actually started giving us an interesting color every round, you know, instead of just black or white, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. The iPhone 12 series. Let's see. That would be right here because they did it in Pacific Blue.
Yeah.
12 Pro, 12 Pro Max, all that stuff. And then let's see. I don't know if this is I think this is an iPhone 12 too. Regular iPhone 12. Yeah. Then we'll bring this one over too. I did. Okay, so I've been asking for it for years. This phone brought it. They got the hard edges back. I was over the moon. I always
look really clean on that.
I prefer
the
hard edges of an iPhone.
And they did the mini. This is the first time they did mini.
Yeah, they did do the mini. Although I think that's here too. Although I know a lot of people that were not happy with the 12 mini. Because that battery just...
I know people that got it, and it looked cool. I think my friend has the 13 mini, and it definitely looks cool to have that much power in that little of a device. But I mean, your battery is shot.
Yeah.
It's just not. No, thank you.
This is okay. So this is a difficult phone to review because it did so many things I love and so many things I didn't love. The aesthetic, you got that hard edge. I did like the Pacific Blue. Didn't like it as much as the smoky green of the 11. Didn't like it as much, but I did like that rich, dark blue. I liked that blue. It was cool having a really blue phone. I liked that. And can't say it enough, the hard edges were great. This introduced MagSafe, which I loved.
Great, that came back.
Loved. All of a sudden, the MagSafe name comes back because Apple... misguidedly removed that from MacBooks.
Very foolish.
They had this great
Dark
magnetic charging system where the charger would just stick to it. And suddenly in the iPhone world, it came back. And you could wireless charging, it's fine. But this slaps to it. It's charging. There's no misconception of where is it sitting? Oh, should it sit there? I loved, and now I have a MagSafe mount on my car drive, so it just sticks to it.
Tripod, like just the variety of accessories you could just snap on the back.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
MagSafe accessories added so much to me, to the iPhone series. I love it.
Also, was this the first 5G phone, I think?
That's what I was going to mention next. We went 5G.
Which is...
It was fine. But guess what happened? Oh, it's going to take more battery. Oh, okay. I will say on my end, the battery was not as good as the 11 Pro Max.
I don't remember.
And I should have mentioned that in the 11 Pro Max, by the way, when we were giving it a great review. That had the tank battery. My 11 Pro Max, I felt like I couldn't kill if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Unending, undying battery. So that's another mark, a thumbs up for that one. I felt like 12, it wasn't as good. Not quite worse, but...
Oh, well, the thing is, that was also...
a lot worse, but...
That was also during COVID, so I don't think I used that phone very much either, honestly.
No, I felt like this one was actually my least used camera, I should say. I felt like I still wasn't like going and doing shit.
I got that phone. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And
this was
5G was just as fast as how LTE was when it launched.
Yeah.
There was not an improvement there unless you had like the ultra wideband stuff around you.
Yeah.
It also gave you AIDS or whatever 5G does.
Whatever they said that it did.
Yeah.
Well, it started COVID. So
it did start COVID and it changed your DNA.
There will be a tag at the bottom of this video now that YouTube has heard us talk about it. There's going to be a little informational banner.
Yeah. Well, there's also going to be a link to the truth too. So click that link.
Hit me up on Truth Social, guys, if you want to know more about that.
I'm on freespeech.net.
Yeah, cool. Good stuff on there.
Website.
Anyway, But yeah, it added a lot of things I love, but the basics.
I love that color.
Yeah, I did.
Love the color and the edges, but
I liked it.
kind of another incremental.
I really did like MagSafe. I really did. It did a lot of day-to-day fun things. I just didn't. It just the battery to me wasn't as good.
And the funny thing was too is that this is when they started to. I think the S on the phone was a black mark at this point.
Yeah.
Because whenever they'd make an S phone, this is just an incremental update. Like whatever.
Yeah.
No new features. Goodbye. So this is when
it's funny they stopped doing that.
Yeah, this is when they did the 10S, and then that was the last S phone.
Yeah.
So this, I think, would have been the incremental update.
Yeah.
To the 11.
Yeah.
And so I liked it.
But it did have a total aesthetic change to the phone. So
yeah.
maybe this, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So
hard to
I
say.
would give it an A or B.
I think, they really banked on 5G being the star of this.
Yeah.
5G was okay, and my battery got worse. So I'm gonna put it at a B.
Yeah.
But a solid B. It was a good phone.
Yeah.
I
think I agree with that.
I get what the regular
The 12.
12.
I
mean,
I know people that still have those.
Yeah.
Probably C.
Yeah.
I would give the Mini a D. I don't think the Mini was.
Is that what this one is? Yeah.
I don't think that one was hot.
Yeah, the battery was really bad on that phone, but they
Awful
got it better.
battery.
The 13 mini got better with that.
Yeah, awful battery, too small for that. No.
Real quick,
whack.
Ryan says he's ordering the new AirPods right now. What should he get engraved on them? I got my
Booty sweat.
Booty sweat.
Put that on there.
I got you can do your Memoji now on your case, which I think that might be the ugliest thing I've ever seen. So that's what I got.
Yeah.
So take that for what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting close to the end here.
We are finally towards the end. How about not having a phone at all? Bonzos, what?
Yeah, let's just delete all of them. No phone. Best phone is nothing.
No.
Best phone is nothing.
This is prayer is God's phone.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. iPhone 13 series.
Yep.
I think
it was a great phone. Loved it.
It's a great phone. I will say, maybe you won't agree with me. This to me was a very not exciting update.
Yeah.
I was not. It was like, yeah. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think the 13 to 14 was more exciting than the 12 to 13.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of quality shit in the 14 where I'm like, oh, you made this so much better.
Yeah.
13, I was like, yeah, cool. I got the newer phone. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, again, the camera was more of an upgrade than I think people gave it credit for.
Yeah.
But it wasn't an exciting thing to run around like to tell, look.
Yeah.
What was there really to be that hyped about? I don't know.
I'll say too, like I see some people talking like they're going from 8 to 13 or whatever.
Yeah.
This was also the time where, back in, some of these earlier phones, you kind of wanted to get the phone every other year.
Yes.
And now, like they're all so fast.
Not like that. Yeah.
You could still have 11 be fine. You could still have probably someone I know is upgraded 10S. They probably need a new phone.
Yeah.
But if you have the 11 or 12, I think you're fine. Like I think every 3 or 4 years is kind of the standard now. So yeah, if you're upgrading from like an 8 or a 10 or something, absolutely. But just going from 12, 13, 11, 13, whatever is not as big a deal as it used to be.
Even it's everything. Even with iPad, I remember you had the first one, and then when they showed iPad 2, it's like, well, shit, I have to get that now. I have a 2018 iPad Pro, I think, and more stuff keeps coming out about the new one, maybe next month and whatever. And I'm still not seeing anything where I'm like, mine is killing it still.
Yeah, because everyone uses no one really changes how they use a device when they get a new one. They're just using it the same. So
yeah, it's not really.
It's not a huge bump.
Anyway, but
I'm trying to think what they added on the 13. The camera got way better. The notch got a little smaller.
Yes.
But I don't know.
It's so funny this thing that I have, this list that I have here barely says anything. It was better battery, better.
Oh,
cameras.
ProMotion display. There you go. Call that.
Oh
out
yeah, we
on
finally
the
got
Pros,
a high refresh rate
120
display.
hertz,
That was
which,
good.
Again, other phones had for a while, but it's
Yes.
cool that the iPhone had it, and I could tell right away. I could tell the difference.
Yeah, it's funny because it wasn't like, whoa, this phone that's different, wow. But it looked really nice.
Yeah.
But where it really stood out was when you tried to go back. When you had someone, let me see your phone, and you'd use their phone, you'd be like, oh no,
Yeah, you
how
tell.
are you doing that?
I tell right away.
It was hard.
When I first used it, I could tell just coming from my 12.
Yeah.
But after that, I stopped thinking about it.
Yeah. But Apple has always had very smooth motion on their phones, even when it was 60 hertz. It was, still good. The big new color was the sky blue, or
I like that. Was that the Pacific blue?
Maybe that was. No, I thought the other one was Pacific blue, and this one was.
I don't know. I thought they were both water.
Something blue. Yeah,
water
ocean
themed.
Ocean breeze. I don't know.
I
liked it. I didn't love it.
Oh, dark one was Pacific. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, what was this one called? Sky blue?
No, I don't think it was sky blue.
Little boy blue. Yeah,
Blue lights,
I don't
what
know. I didn't love it. It was okay. It wasn't bad. I always called it the Kaoru phone because it kind of looked bluish gray, and certain lights kind of looked like someone's gray hair. Kind of looked like Kaoru's hair. Obviously Kaoru, beloved character. Sierra blue. That's what it was.
That's what it was. Yep.
Blue Lives Matter blue.
Yeah,
Now was that that was the iPhone 13? They did that.
No, that was iPhone 12.
Oh, okay.
Get it?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. But anyway, yeah. They perfected everything about. I will say this: the battery solved that.
Was killer.
They saw anything that was like about 12 solved. It was solid, but it wasn't exciting, but it was solid as hell. It's a great phone.
I think that was the first phone I got where I was like, I don't know, like what else I want.
Yeah, I totally, and I really
other than just more of the same, like make the camera better, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, these are great phones. I don't know what else to do with it.
And I honestly thought like, again, I always like having the most up to date camera and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, the cinematic
for work
mode.
For Mega 64, but EC and B, thank you for your sub. But other than the camera stuff, do I need to update the phone every year? I'm not sure. But I will say 14, they excited me enough that I was like, well, let's go. But quick shake, great point though.
What did I say?
Cinematic. I will mark this phone down for cinematic mode.
That was a flop.
They showed that this is maybe in this whole list. This is the only feature that I felt like they showed it, and when I got it, it was like, ew, fuck this.
It was a flop.
Yeah. Other things, maybe you didn't use it as much as you thought, but they were still cool. FaceTime. Yeah. Honestly, I'd rather die than do a FaceTime with most people. But man, how cool was?
Other people like it.
That was a great. You have to have it because sometimes you need it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, I haven't seen this person in a long time. We got to FaceTime. We got to do that. You might not want to use it every day, but there was something cool about it. Maybe Siri you don't really love, but still a factor that mattered. Cinematic mode. It was like, dude. This uses it affects the focus in real time, and you could shift focus when you to them, and it softens everything else, and then you could decide the focus in editing. You could go in and like, ooh, let me change the focus on that. Yeah, great. Oh, that's so cool. And then they shipped it. And it's only 1080p, 30 frames a second.
Yeah, what?
That's the first thing that I felt like actually was kind of bait and switch, maybe a little bit.
Well, they weren't listening. It's like if someone who wants to shoot a cinematic video is not going to shoot in 30 frames.
By this point, we had long since been shooting 4K 24 frames a second. People were shooting movies on their phone. And so to have cinematic mode come in and like, hey, this is even better. This is an even better way to shoot movies. And then have it be 1080, 30. I mean, it's good for like your Instagram story where you're showing off a keychain. Yeah. And that's it. It was super disappointing.
I didn't even know that I used it once, honestly.
I used it once at Knott's Berry Farm. Some fucking old-timey piano player was sitting there. Oh, look, he's in focus and the rest isn't. And I never opened it again. That was it. I've got one video. That's it. The end.
Damn.
But ProMotion was good. But in general use of the phone, it perfected all these things. So I don't know.
I would give it a B or A.
It was definitely as good. I mean, it enhanced things
At
about
least
the
as good as
12.
that.
At least I would say B.
Yeah.
I'm going to do B if that's cool with you. I don't know what these other ones are.
I think there's
What is this first one?
there's definitely there's an SE2 and there's a 13 and the 13 mini.
Okay. So is that what is this one?
I don't know.
First SE maybe?
That looks like an SE2 maybe.
SE2.
Or maybe that's the first one.
Oof. I don't know. D? I don't know. Fine.
I wouldn't put it with that. I mean, it was I think it was the 8 processor or something.
Oh, okay.
We can put it next to the normal SE. Yeah.
Was this one the same?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
Okay, and then these were...
Those are 13s.
Those are 13s. Well, what were they fine?
Yeah, they
lesser
changed the
than-
camera. I think they upgraded the camera.
Didn't they finally go OLED on these? Or
They
no?
did go OLED,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. This is also, too, like the 12, 13, 14, is when they just started to give the normal phones the upgrades from the previous year's Pro phones.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
So, I mean, yeah, they're cool, but it just put in a cheaper body, basically.
Okay. See?
Yeah, I think it's C.
I don't know what this last phone is.
I don't know what that...
Two side by side. Is that a 7? Maybe not. No. 8? A normal size 8?
Oh, maybe it's the 8, and then we did the 8 Plus. Yeah, because there was an 8 and 8 Plus.
Yeah.
That's probably the normal 8.
Where did we put the 8 before?
I think we put it as a D. Yeah, I'd also put it there. Yeah.
Well, okay. Now the thing is,
Now 14's on.
14 is not on here. Where would you, if you could, where would you rank, given everything? You've had it for, what, a week? What would you say?
So I would give it an A because I think they brought some of the excitement back that the 12
Yes.
and 13 kind of lost.
I agree.
With the
13, I saw a lot of people bored with that when they announced that.
With
They did.
the better way better camera upgrade,
Way better.
dynamic island. I love the purple, of course.
Uh-huh. Oh, dude, purple's pimp.
Yeah,
one.
purple is pimp.
I mean, I don't even need to explain that.
Better front-facing camera. I think it brought some
They
excitement
actually
back.
upgraded the front-facing camera. They haven't done that in a long time, it feels like.
Is it faster? Not really. Than the 13.
There's
no.
things that I feel like are a little bit, but yeah. not like, oh my gosh, it's faster. Yeah. Dynamic Island is the most Apple
I love
marketing
that.
thing ever, but I know people it's sold the phone to. Like I know people who saw that and were like, that's the cute Apple thing I was looking for to like make this exciting,
Yeah.
you know. I think that was a great move. I think that was great design. Genuinely great design. I do kind of wish the phone used it more. Like things do, and it's great, but I'm actually like, yo, throw more things up there. I think that you could use it even more.
I think they will over time.
I think so, too.
And I think once, third-party apps are going to get a hold of it and way more. I think it's going to be really cool.
I saw some people not with iOS 16 not a fan of the notifications at the bottom, but I think that
I don't love it.
I think that makes it to me as a one-hand thing. I like it. I actually like them down there.
You can change it, but I don't love it.
Yeah.
And then the 14, so I would give that an A. The Pro and Pro Max.
Yeah, I have had just a wonderful time using it. And again, camera matters to me. Camera is next level. I was taking raw photos, 48 megapixel photos,
bonkers.
and it was just, I mean, they're like 500 megabyte photos or whatever. I mean, they're big, but you could zoom in forever and crop it. And
gotta take those 50 megabyte photos.
yeah, they were 50 meg, whatever, not 500. They're big, but just next level. The video is flawless. I have cinematic mode was updated. It now does 4K.
They righted their wrongs.
And 24 frames a second. When things are close to you, it looks amazing. When things are far away, it starts to look messy around that guy. It's trying to guess what's in focus and what's not. But when things are close to you, I'll show you later. I took a video of a band playing, and the guy drumming next to me was like, "Oh my god, this looks incredible!" And then as you went down the line, they would get further and further away, and then it starts to look like they're phasing out of existence. But anyway, I do want to, Ryan. Can I show this to the camera? I think I can. There's no info here.
Uh-oh. What's this?
Ryan has sent me an image.
What's this? Oh. No way! Yes! Ryan. Oh, you can't. I don't think you can see it. Oh. Saw it for a second.
I'll try to blow it up. It still doesn't show up
man,
at
washed
all.
Out.
He is engraving booty sweat.
Booty sweat.
Booty sweat with 2 emojis. Oh wow!
I can't believe you did.
He
that.
really did it. I have the.
I'm not.
We have the receipts. We have the receipts.
I'm not responsible for anything that may happen from that. That's badass, though. Love it.
So, 14.
Yeah, 14. Snooze. I think the 14 is super weak.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Before we get to that. But your phone that you have now, 14 Pro Max.
Oh, 14 Pro Max, for sure.
I have loved
the
great. Experience of using this phone. I love the new functionality. I think iOS 16 rules, and I love that the haptic keyboard. I know Android had that for a long time, but I love that that's in iPhone now. I love Dynamic Island, as goofy as it sounds. I love the new lock screen. I really love every thing that they added. A for me. I think I agree with you. Regular iPhone 14,
crap.
Yeah, I'm hearing it's like not very good.
Yeah, I think it, again, just the previous year's phone.
Yeah,
it's maybe even more similar to the 13 too than maybe even the Pro.
Yeah.
They ditched the Mini.
Yeah.
In favor of the 14 Plus.
Yeah.
Which I don't know who wants to buy the Plus and not spend the extra money and get the Pro or the Pro Max.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me.
I think the Mini wasn't landing, so they decided to go bigger, but I think that's a goofy phone.
Yeah, they goofed on that.
It's not even out yet, by the way. It's
oh, yeah, that's right.
It's not out yet.
Yeah, the whole thing is...
yeah, sleepy. I would give that a C or a D.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I agree with it. I agree.
I would probably just get a 13 Pro or even a 13.
That's what I would do. You probably get them cheaper at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, everyone... There is your official iPhone ranking. That is definitive. No argument. No, what about this? What about that? Done. It's a done deal. That's the definitive ranking right there.
Yep.
The S spot being taken by the iPhone 4 series, 5 series, and the 10. Oh, and 7.
And 7. I agree with that.
I think we have a solid list.
Solid.
A lot of times when we do these ranking lists, we have disagreements where we have to we have to meet in the middle. I think we mostly agreed.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we do Zeldas, it's like, okay, my favorite one,
Link
to the Past, and I'm in a group, and it's like no one here played or really, they were too.
Go to hell.
They grew up too late for Link to the Past, so I have to succumb to making it a B.
Yeah.
Or like when Ryan's on, which God forbid, he's saying, "Oh, Taco Bell S rank food," is some sick shit like that, and I have to succumb to like. Ugh. Actually, I think we got him to lower it to a B, which is even still too high. He says Breath of the Wild was ranked too fucking high. He says shit like this.
Hey, you know what? I mean. We could talk about that. I might agree on some things.
Oh, yeah. You are actually kind of in that camp. You guys are.
I'm going to think it's a little overrated.
We'll
chat about that a bit later.
Got nothing to say. Okay. Dominic, I hate to do... This did go longer than I thought. We're at 2 hours. I don't know if you have like a minute more.
Yeah, let's go.
Are you okay? Before we go, we have to rapid fire one more as fast as possible. We'll do it quick. We're not gonna be here all night. Dominic, the people have asked. They want you to rank
Megaman?
the Mega Man games as fast as possible.
I got things to say about all of them. I don't know if
you're gonna have to
I
condense.
I can tell you my favorites fast, but it's gonna be hard for me to not talk about them. But we can do it. Let's do it.
What is the what you do? Classic Mega Man, or is it like all?
Oh yeah. I mean,
these lists are kind of shitty. I don't know what.
Can we
what
just
happened.
do? I guess we just do Mega Man. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, we can do this. This is fine. This is not that bad. Fast as possible.
Okay.
We're just gonna have to go through them. I think in the order that they're here right now. I know that's not ideal. Presentation mode. Let's go back to that.
Damn, we're doing this.
Okay. Rapid fire. I'm gonna name them, call them out, and you say something. Let's move on fast.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Mega Man 10. Wait, was that a later game?
Good. Yes.
PlayStation. Okay.
B.
Yeah. I mean, you could say a quick thing about each one.
Yeah, it was. It was similar to Mega Man 9, which already did the retro thing, but it was a solid game. I give it a B.
Okay. 11. Same thing, kind of thing.
A.
Really?
A.
It's better?
Yeah, I think it was a step in the right direction. It's kind of a cool reboot. I hope they build upon that. I give it an A.
Okay. OG original Mega Man.
D.
Really?
Yeah.
Not fun.
Don't revisit that one often.
I remember my family. I remember back in the day we played 2 and 3 all the time, and 1 it was like don't bother. Don't.
Yeah.
Mega Man 2.
S. I mean, who's good?
Even I played this.
I dare you to disagree with that. S.
Mega Man is a series, by the way. I should say I'm not good at video games. Period. But I can't play these almost. But I have loved this series from afar for a long time, and some of them I even got involved. 2. That's an S tier game. I have to agree. That's iconic.
Definitely S.
Mega Man 3.
A. I like.
Not as good as 2.
No. It was good, but it was very similar to 2, which I also found out it was kind of it was very similar, and they recycled a lot of things.
Really?
It's a good game, but yeah, it's an A. I like it.
See, I think I like this more.
It introduced sliding.
But
Rush.
okay, but you're saying not as good. I'm going with you
Not
on
as
this.
good.
Okay,
Two,
all right.
two
Hey.
is the blueprint.
Iconic.
Still.
Okay, 4.
4, I give an A.
Okay.
Introduced charge shot.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, love that. I mean, I'm gonna give all these games almost high ranks.
I didn't know they added charge shot I didn't know they did that until Mega Man X.
No, it was 4. Yeah.
When did X come out in the timeline? Like you have Mega Man 5, 6. Did X come out between those?
I think it came out, but I want to say between 4 and 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I thought charge shot was to me a new thing when Mega Man X came out.
Yeah.
Okay, Mega Man 5.
I'll give it an A actually. I like 5.
Really?
Yeah, I think 5 was like the most solid NES.
Interesting.
And it's one of the reasons why I really like it. It also introduced the Proto Man Castle, which is fucking tight.
Oh, okay.
So I give that.
I just remember that was the first one where I remember we were at I think I was at Toys R Us with Dad, and he saw that on the shelf, and he's like, "How many of the Mega Man 5? How many of these do you need to make?" It kind of felt like, all right.
Yeah, and it's funny because I felt that way too. So I actually didn't play 4, 5, or 6.
That's what I thought for a while.
Until we got like a Dreamcast ROM disc that had
Yeah,
NES ROMs that I could play
yeah.
on Dreamcast. I was like, oh, Mega Man 4, let me play this. And I was like, oh, this game's great.
Yeah.
And so I played those like early 2000s.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah, I remember that.
5 is
was
fun.
Late to the party on that.
5 is fun, cool bosses. Love Gravity Man stage. I give it an A.
Okay, 6.
6, I would give a B.
Not as good.
Yeah, not as good. Cool game. Had Mr. X as the villain, but kind of got a little long in the tooth.
Okay, Mega Man 7. Now this was a Super Nintendo game, right?
This is Super Nintendo, and some people, I don't know why some people don't really like this game. I think
Yeah, it was hard to find.
It's
Couldn't find
very hard to find.
And I remember you as a kid. You guys don't even know.
I was hustling.
I have to say this. People always ask me. I promise I'm gonna get to the point here. People always ask me, how did you get Shigeru Miyamoto to be in a Mega 64 video? How did you get Gabe Newell to be in a Mega 64? Stuff like that. And it was really just emailing lots of people and not being afraid to like, all right, I'm emailing the head PR person. Hey, will you be in it? Asking our friends at GDC, hey, will you talk to them and will you, even when people are going like, that's not going to happen. No, just, I think we had at a young age. It baked into us
Yeah.
to hustle, to like
If we wanted something, we found out how to get it,
who to call,
where to get it.
I remember you as a little child going, I can't find the one thing you wanted like for your birthday or something was Star Wars Shadows of the Empire
Is it Dash
Dash Rendar's Outrider.
I called
the
hella
ship.
places.
And Dominic as a kid was calling
10
stores.
or
Oh,
younger.
yeah, we don't have that. Can I talk to your manager? What?
I think I called Kenner at one point.
Yeah, Dominic was calling the company that made them and going, the
Yeah,
Outrider
where do I
is
get
not
this?
at any
Where
local
do I get
store.
this?
So where do I get it? Oh, well, we might have sent some, maybe
I couldn't just
check
Google
next
it.
month.
Like, that didn't.
you know.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing.
I think we had that,
Well,
and
the
that
phone lines were hot in the Bodie household.
seriously, and I think that helped us later in life. And again, like, oh, Shigeru Miyamoto is going to be at this event. Okay, I'm going to email anyone I can to get him in a room
Yeah.
for 5 minutes. And I think a lot of people would be like, what's the point? They're not going to do it. And it's like, no, we learned to like
Yeah, find someone who
hit
can help
every, I remember reading, I think, didn't Steve Jobs do that where he emailed like the head of Hewlett Packard when he was a kid? Like, yo, give me a tour. And they're like, they're not going to do it. But he did, or
Yeah.
he didn't email them. He called them and it was, and they were like, you want a tour? Yeah. I just watched the Industrial Light and Magic documentary just recently, and it was John Knoll who created Photoshop and did all these huge things and effects, was 15 and just called Industrial Light and Magic. They're like, you want to do stuff with effects? He just called Industrial Light and Magic and like, hey, give me a tour. You want a tour? This kid wants a tour. All right, fuck it. Come down.
Yeah.
And they gave him a tour. You just have to go get
Yeah.
it, And I think that anyway, why am I bringing this up? Mega Man 7,
that was rare.
there was in our town, there was one copy of it at a local Blockbuster.
Yep.
And I remember Dominic, he was still a kid, was like wheeling and dealing with them.
I think I rented it like twice.
Yeah.
And like I think every time I asked them to like, hey, would you like ever sell this?
Yeah, can I just buy it?
And they're like, no. And then like I think I asked them like 2 or 3 times, and I think they caved.
Yeah, I remember. I think I remember the guy at the store laughing, like, "Hey, this kid really wants this game," and they were like, "All right," and they sold it, I think, at normal game price.
Yeah.
And that was like, I didn't know anyone that had that game. It was like, whoa,
I don't know anyone else that has it.
yeah, isn't that weird?
It sold. It was made very little. I think they made it in like 6 months.
Yeah.
I fucking love Mega Man 7. I would put it S.
I thought it was a cool game.
I love
You really
7.
put it S though. That's wow. That's
I think it's underrated. It had a versus mode.
yeah. Oh, I remember.
There's
it was cool.
there's a
I
code
thought
you
it was
put in for
cool.
a versus mode. I
Yeah.
love 7.
So, okay, we are rapid firing these. Sorry, I did a little bit of a derail for
let's
a
get
minute
back
there,
in
but
it.
I thought it was an important life lesson.
Yep.
Mega Man 8, that was PlayStation, right?
Yep.
That made me want a PlayStation when I saw that.
Yeah.
But was it a
That's-
good game?
Yeah, I go between A or S. I would probably say A.
Really? Okay.
I think it felt a little slow.
Yeah.
I absolutely
Yes. I remember
loved the graphics. I had to get a PlayStation. As soon as that game existed, I said, I need a PlayStation now.
I remember a family friend of ours got a PlayStation and you rented it just to bring it over there.
And I was like, oh my God, these graphics, this
Yeah.
looks amazing. I love this game.
Yeah.
Do I like it now? Not my favorite, but it's still a great game.
yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah, it is. It
was
is
very
sluggish. Yeah, but it was a fun game.
pretty. Mega Man 9. Was that the first revitalized that
was the first.
2D one?
Return to Retro is very similar to Mega Man 2.
Okay.
I would probably put it at an A.
Okay. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was very catchy music, fun game, cool mechanics.
That's cool. Mega Man and Bass.
Oh God, this one is interesting. It was meant to be a kids game, and it is the hardest Mega Man game I've ever played.
There you go, kids.
And I'm not exaggerating. It is extremely fucking difficult.
No shit.
It's easy if you play as Bass because he has a double jump. If you play as Mega Man, you're punished for picking Mega Man.
Yeah.
I would give it a B.
A B.
It was
I'm
different.
surprised you even gave it that high.
I
Honestly.
give it a C or B. Yeah.
Stick with B.
I'll stick with B.
Sorry, I gotta tweet the ranking Megamans now. I gotta let Twitter know.
Get the tweet out. We need a support tweet. Need the support.
Okay.
It did. Now, interesting thing about Mega Man and Bass. See, I talk about these fucking games now. It only came out in America on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, but it was a Super Nintendo game, right?
It was a Super Nintendo game, and the
Rockman and Forte.
Yeah,
I remember hearing about that all the time.
Yeah, and I just remember looking in the back of magazines, seeing that Super Famicom import, thinking like, "Oh my god, I want this. So how do I play this?"
Yeah.
And I played like some shitty ROM. Game Boy Advance version came out, which was okay, but the music sucked and the screen was too small.
Yeah.
But on Super Famicom, it's great. But
well, there you have it.
Hard.
Mega Man Powered Up. Wasn't this a kid's game?
Cool. No? It was a remake of Mega Man 1 where they added 2 more bosses to make it 8 bosses.
I did not realize
Yeah,
this.
they added Oil Man and Time Man. To make it 8 bosses because Mega Man 1 originally only had 6.
Yeah.
It had a create-a stage, which I just found out is still online.
What?
That game came out, I think, in like 2006.
Whoa.
The create-a stage where you can upload stages, download stages, is still online, and I think is being shut down in November.
What the hell? Oh, I got to get on this now.
So it did not get re-released on. I don't even think there's a digital version on PSP.
Wow. Okay.
I would give it an A. I thought it was really cool. Just a cool release in general. I don't revisit it much, but it was really cool.
What is this? Mega Man again?
What the fuck is that?
Is that like a PC version or something? What is this? Mega Man?
Oh, no, I think that might be the Game Boy one.
Oh, okay.
Some of the Game Boy ones are interesting because they were kind of retellings.
Oh, they are. Yes.
They're kind of retellings of the NES ones, but are kind of goofy. The first one's not good. I would give it a D or an E, maybe.
E? D or E?
I'd give it an E.
Okay. Mega Man. Oh, yeah.
The problem with the Game Boy Mega Man games is the screen is too fucking small.
Yeah. What about Mega Man 2?
2, I'd give a D. They started to get a little bit more interesting. What is the next one? 3?
Yeah.
I think that one got a little bit better. I'd give it a C.
4.
4 got a little bit better because they actually tried to change up the stages a little bit. Yeah. I'd give it a C probably.
5.
Now 5 is when it became its own game.
Yeah.
And the bosses are based off planets.
Oh, I didn't know this at all.
The bosses are like Terra, Venus, Mars.
Whoa, I didn't know this.
Yeah. Wow. And I think Mega Man 4 introduced the Mega Man killers, which are Punk, Anchor, and Blade, which that's why I like 4.
Yeah.
5, I would give a B. 5 is a fucking cool game. And I think they should make that their next Mega Man game and remake it.
No shit.
I think it's different.
That'd be cool.
Enough to remake it. I would love that.
Some people calling out 7 at S. They can't believe it.
Yeah, people rip on 7. I don't know.
I always thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the graphics.
Here we are. Mega Man X.
Can we put like a quad or a quintuple S up there?
Can
we put that?
Again, avoided playing a lot of Mega Man games because I just wasn't good. I just wasn't good at it. This game, you pop in and I was in the room and was like tractor beam to the screen. Right?
No, that's X4.
That's X4. How does X start? What am I thinking? Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Why was I thinking of the X4 song?
Because the X4 was classic. That's a classic song too. That was the first PlayStation X4.
Yeah. What was the one though that they played on that one late night show? Played. I
think it was. I think they played like Spark Mandrill theme or something.
Yeah. What was it? Guys, it was like Stephen Colbert's band played a Mega Man X song.
They played Spark Mandrill's theme.
Yeah. What was it? Oh, I can't remember.
X is quadruple S. It's the best game.
And you had that. You kept Dominic. There's a noise burned. Wait, X led to Igor Raptor's best video and arguably the start of video game essays on YouTube. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They played the opening to Mega Man X. That's what I thought.
Oh, it was just the actual. Yeah. The highway theme.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the best game it's my favorite game of all time. I'll never.
There is a sound I hear when I sleep because you played this game so much.
This is the charging.
Yeah. I can't. That's like a nervous tick now. Like I hear that
It's my favorite.
in my. I mean, I hear that in my subconscious.
Yep.
Yeah, I would agree. S. Okay. Maverick Hunter X.
That's the PSP remake.
Yeah.
Amazing. S. They changed
Really?
They changed some things up in the last stage. Vile was playable.
Oh, I love
The
Vile.
voice acting I thought was pretty cool. I had like the Day of Sigma movie on there. I wish they would re-release that fucking game.
Is this X2?
X2
Are they in the
S. Yep.
Really S.
Yep.
Which one had the Hadouken? First
X.
one. Okay.
X did. And
I remember that was a cool secret.
Yeah, and X2 had the Shoryuken.
Oh yeah. I do remember the aesthetic of how he looked in X. Here we have coming up X3.
Yeah.
He looked
cool.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Where does it rank?
A B.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't expect that.
Yeah. X3 was the enemies placement were weird. It's kind of hard in a weird way. I don't know how to describe it.
Wow.
It was right. PlayStation was already out. I think they rushed it to just get it on Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because they could get to X4. That's not my favorite X game, but it's good.
Okay.
It's solid, but not my favorite.
X4.
S.
Really?
X4's S,
That's
yeah.
an S?
Yeah.
Dun, that's the one.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. I love that song.
Easy.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's pretty easy. But the graphics, I didn't know that game existed until I was playing it, which was like insane.
That was a weird time, yeah.
And just seeing those graphics, like I don't think I've ever felt anything like that. It was
Yeah.
S for sure.
Does that have the anime cutscenes?
Anime cutscenes. First time you could fully play as Zero, like the entire game.
Well then, get ready!
Yeah.
Right? That was that
Yep,
game, right?
Yep.
No, what did he yell? No! What was the part where you...
What am I fighting for?
Yeah, what am I fighting for? Yeah. I always think he yells, "Why must we hurt the ones we love?" That was Space Ghost.
Yeah.
There was an episode where Space Ghost did. Anyway.
And you're also thinking of I Want to
what's
Turn Your
up,
Soul
B?
to Light, which was Devil May Cry, Dante.
What was that? Say that again.
I want to turn your soul to light when he's like holding Trish. Revisit that scene if you haven't seen it
Okay.
in a while.
X5.
Gets pretty rough here. C.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
It was okay. They fucked with the names of the bosses.
Yeah, they did. What was that all about?
It was like the translator's like girlfriend did something weird. Like
What was that all about?
I don't know. It was some weird story.
Does anyone remember that story? I remember people trying to tell me, and I was like, "This makes no sense."
Yeah, it
Did
was.
they changed the names of the villains because of like her favorite bands. Or something?
It was something weird. They ended up changing it back in the Legacy collection.
Oh, okay.
There's also a weird time mechanic. And there's the different armors.
Rescue mission stuff.
Yeah,
people are saying.
yeah.
Okay. So what is it? What was?
C.
Oh, okay. We put it at C. Okay. Okay.
4C.
Okay.
X6. D.
Really? Really? I didn't know that.
Crap.
Wow.
Awful stage design.
Was it trying to be 3D?
No.
That was what, X7?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
X6. Inafune was like done with the series at this point. It came out like PlayStation 2 was already out. Garbage game.
No
Zero
kidding.
like died and tried to come. I don't know. If people say it's great,
Yeah.
seek help, please. Not a good game. Not a good game.
Okay.
Awful
fair enough.
game.
Wow.
Black mark.
B is asking, missed the iPhone ranking. Where did the 4C rank? There was no 4C. You might be thinking of 4S, but there was a 5C. Is that what you meant? And it ranked bad. So, sorry to shatter your reality. Okay, X7.
Put some more bad letters. F, G,
Really?
J, K.
Because this tried to be 3D,
That's the
right?
worst Megaman game.
Really?
Awful. I
can change unranked. I'll just have it be.
Trash, garbage, trash.
Wait. Sorry.
Awful, trash, garbage.
No kidding.
It is you can't even play as Megaman when you boot up the game.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a mark against it.
You have to rescue 1,000 Reploids to play as Megaman. You basically have to play through the entire game to play as Megaman.
Makes sense.
You
want to play as Megaman? You got to beat the game.
Is an Axel. I don't like Axel. Yeah, burn to the ground, burn to the ground, burn to the ground. There's a boss that just says burn to the ground, burn to the ground, which I think is actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
But it is...
Someone running around yelling that constantly is actually really
burn
funny.
To the ground, burn to the ground.
That sounds like a good villain to me.
Awful. It's a black mark on the series. I don't own a physical copy of it. I refuse to own it.
Whoa!
I don't want it in my home.
Wow.
Awful game.
Okay, we do have to... Let's try to rapid fire these as fast as we can. X8. When did that come out?
Like 2003 or 4, maybe.
Oh, really? Okay.
They tried to right the wrongs of 7. I didn't love the game. Too many auto scroll stages for me, but it was a step in the right direction. It was C, yeah.
Okay, Mega Man Extreme.
Those were cool. Those are the Game Boy Color versions. They're kind of like remixes of X1 and 2.
Okay.
I'd say C. They're fine.
2? C?
Yeah, C.
Okay.
Oh, we're getting Mega Man 0? Oh, shit.
Mega Man 0.
Oh, A. Mega Man 0.
You like those games, huh? Okay. Okay. Got A.
Actually, B for 0.
For the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
kind of disjointed.
Second one.
A for sure.
That's an A.
Yeah.
Okay. 3?
A.
A.
2 and 3 I loved.
4?
B.
Not as good.
Got a little long in the tooth there, but still a great game.
What is this, Mega Man
ZX? C.
C.
Wasn't feeling the ZX. They were good games, but I wasn't feeling what they were trying to do. I would also a C for ZX Advent.
Oh, okay. That's also a C. Okay. Mega Man Battle.
What is that? Chip Challenge?
Let's move that one for now.
I don't know what that
Mega
is.
Man Battle Network.
Oh, that's an A.
Really? So you like that series?
I love Battle Network. That was just a transformer time on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. What about 2?
A or S? No, S.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it was that much better.
Battle Network 2 took it to the next level.
What is Mega Man Battle Network 3 blue and white? They did 2?
Yeah, they started doing
2
They did
a
versions.
Pokemon?
They started going Pokemon on us.
Okay, so what do you think? Blue and white.
I don't remember. I haven't played those games long. I'm gonna say B.
Okay.
I think I had
B on that one.
I don't know which one I had.
Mega Man Battle Network 4 Blue Moon? It had like a beer tie-in or
they
something?
did red and blue.
Oh, okay.
C. I think those got started to get a little
overstayed their welcome.
What's that one?
Mega Man, Battle Network 5.
I didn't play 5 or 6.
No kidding.
Didn't play 5 or 6.
So
they got old. I will revisit them in the collection.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're good or not. Maybe they're really good.
Okay.
But
so we'll leave them down.
They were coming out yearly at that point.
Yeah.
And
too much.
Yeah, too much.
What was Battle Chip Challenge? Is that like the one chip challenge?
It was,
where you
get the spicy
eat the hot chip?
No, it was like a trading game or something. I never played it. Not a true Battle Network game either.
Okay, this might be a controversial one. Mega Man Legends.
Oh,
people are. I never thought people would have an emotional thing over this game.
Yeah.
I played it. I didn't beat it, but I thought it was very charming. I don't know if I was in love with the gameplay.
A.
Really?
Yeah. It had full voice acting.
Yeah.
It had cutscenes. Had a pretty cool story and world.
Yeah.
For the time, that's an A. It was really something.
Okay. What about
Legends 2?
Legends 2.
I also give it an A. Just fix the controls. More of the good stuff.
Mega Man and Bass Challenge from the Future.
I think that's like the Wonder Swan game.
I think it is. It looks like black and white.
Didn't come out here.
Okay.
But I wanted it.
Mega Man Nocturnal Transmission. What is this?
Oh, Network Transmission.
Network Transmission.
That's the game. The GameCube Battle Network side scroller. I feel like no one has played that game.
Okay.
But it's a traditional side scroller with the mechanics of Battle Network. I give it a B. It was. I think I remember it being hard.
Okay. Yeah.
And something weird about it, but I had fun with it and I liked it.
That's cool. Okay. Mega Man Star
this'll be
Force.
easy. Haven't played any of the Star Force games.
Okay, so the second, third. Okay, and then last one, Tron Bonne.
I'll give it a C. I don't
Yep.
even know if I beat it. It was fun though.
I played a minute of it. It was cute.
Oh yeah, no Mega Man X Command mission on here.
What the hell? Guys, there it is. Didn't play these down there. Don't worry about those.
Yeah.
There is your
There it
definitive Mega. Trust me, he knows what he's talking about. No one will have a better, more definitive list than if
This
his
is
list isn't definitive. No one's is.
I'm telling you.
He is. I have personally witnessed. He played all of these so thoroughly. You like a scientist.
I played
Surgically going through these. Trust me, you can trust this list. There it is. There it is. Okay.
Oh, X Command mission, I'd give a B or C. I didn't finish it. Cool game though. That was an RPG. It was a turn-based Mega X RPG.
There it is. Okay. Well, guys, there you have it. I'm going to turn this off. I swear to God. Let's do this as fast as possible.
Oh, what?
As fast as possible, Final Fantasy. Fast. And we'll both do it. Really quick. I'm talking, we're not going to spend any time on it.
Find a good one.
Hold on.
Whoa, this is a curveball.
Are there a lot? Okay. Fast.
There's
Wait,
Bravely
what?
Default
This isn't
games
even
on there.
This aren't even.
There's
Hey,
Xenogears
you want to
on
just
there.
do it anyway? Who cares?
No, I don't know. I haven't played some of these games.
Oh, well, okay, yeah.
Do
I
Final
guess.
Fantasy.
Okay, where the just Final Fantasy. Just give me the
There,
damn.
what's the Sid one? Click the Sid one.
But it's like love, like okay. I want the letters. I don't want to have to reword these.
Search Final Fantasy Mainline
Final Fantasy Mainline.
or Main.
Oh my god, this fast because I think we did this with other people before.
Didn't change anything.
Didn't change. Final Fantasy and we're oh no, this is the same one we clicked a minute ago. Final Fantasy game ever. Oh no, there's too many. Mainline Final Fantasy tier list.
There you go. This got to be it. Yeah.
Okay, fast. Again, the best one. Get rid of this. It's S tier or it's not. Delete that row.
Yeah.
And the worst one. Let's just change that. No. I don't want to change D. What the no?
There you go.
Change that to shit. Okay. Fast.
Okay.
Is this the first one? Final Fantasy 1. Not a iconic.
D or C?
You got to give it C for starting it off,
C,
but it's
C.
it's average. It's average. Final Fantasy 2. I never played it.
D.
Is that what this is? 2?
No, I think that's 3.
That's 3. Where's 2?
Next to it, to the right.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
What is it?
D. No leveling up.
3. No leveling up? Ew. 3. Better than that, right?
C.
Final Fantasy 4.
Quadruple, triple.
S.
One of my favorite games of all time.
And my favorite game of all time. And I replayed it. And I have to say though, I replayed it on Steam Deck just recently.
Amazing. Just as
and
good.
I loved it just as much.
S.
It's adorable. It doesn't need to be any longer than it is. It's
goes
S.
so fast. It's so fun.
It's a perfect game to me. 5. I played a little,
A.
but not.
I
a
played
ton.
it
I'll
on the
go off of
Pixel
yours.
remaster. I loved it. I would give it or maybe a B.
B,
Or
you
A.
think?
Yeah.
I leave this one up to you.
A. No, I go A. A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan did chime in on this list before, but he's not here. Okay. Final Fantasy 6.
S, baby.
But I'm going to say something. Playing it, I replayed it on Steam.
I haven't replayed it lately. So.
I played it, and I actually I'm not going to say demoted it, but I enjoyed it less than I did before. The World of Ruin is not. It's amazing when that kicks off, but I get to a point where I'm like, all right, let's just beat it.
Yeah.
That being said, that did not demote the game. I still think it's an S.
Yeah.
It's an incredible game, but I liked it less this time.
Yep.
If that makes sense. Still incredible.
Yep.
7.
I mean, you gotta give it an S.
That's like not even to me. Sorry, you like it. You're not. It's not here. To me, it's like
It's the
you
game.
got
That's
to
the
honor
game.
it. I'm
That's the
sorry.
game.
You got that's you. Yeah, it's an S. That's it. 8. I did just replay this too.
A or S. I love 8.
Really? It's that high up? I would not put it up. This is one of the only pieces of media ever that I felt like I understood less when I played it when I was older. Do you know what I mean?
Like I felt the opposite.
Like oh really?
Yeah.
When I played it in high school, I was like, this is a weird story, but I like it. I play it now and I'm like, what the fuck were you doing here?
It's a weird story, but I like it.
It just is so scatterbrained to me.
Yeah.
That being said, I think it's a fun game.
I love it.
And I like the junction system. I'm not an S. I can't give this an S.
I would give it an A.
I'm down with an A.
I would give it an A.
I think it's a good game. It.
Those right up top are my favorites.
Yeah. I really do enjoy 8. I don't love every character, but I think they're good for the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, 9. I think we're gonna break some hearts on this.
Yeah.
One.
B or C.
We do not. We are on the same page. Yeah. I think. Do not. This game does not move me.
Not a bad RPG, but ranking it from the best Final Fantasies on the streak it was going is such a step down. I would give it a B or C.
You feel the edge of the series start to leave. I still love 8, but you feel the edge of the series start to fade away.
Yeah.
Where it was as bold as it was.
Yeah, not and a bad RPG.
9 is the Muppet Show.
Yeah, I enjoy the game. Not a bad RPG.
It's an adorable game
compared to the other ones. Get out of here.
It's a fun game. It's an adorable game, and I get it. It's like a comfort food game for a lot of people. But I missed when Final Fantasy was a little more bold.
It's definitely better than 1 and 3. I would say B.
Yeah, I could replay this. I wouldn't replay those. You're right. Let's bump it up. B. Yeah. Okay. 10.
I like 10.
I like 10. I kind of want the characters to die.
Yeah.
I kind of like they kind of annoy the shit out of me, but I like playing it. It's fun to play.
The music and I think the battle system was the best it ever was. I love the sphere grids. Yeah, characters were kind of cringy. Story was not fantastic, but I think it's a fun game.
It took out the world map. You're right.
I would give it a B or probably B.
I like it. Yeah, it's tough because I like it more than 9, but I don't like it as much as 8. Yeah, B. I'm good. I'm good with that.
That's 12. That you just put 12 there.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, 10 goes there.
11's not even on there.
11's not even on here because it's not.
So
I don't care.
Doesn't matter. Wouldn't play it. I would rank it low.
12
play online games.
12 is underrated. Again, though, I replayed it recently and I felt like I liked it less than the first time.
I think I liked it more.
That's interesting. Yeah. But I still story doesn't move me that much, but I like some of the characters. I love the world.
Oh, 10-2 is on here too.
Oh.
We skipped 10-2.
Oh. We did.
I don't think I've played it.
I played it. C.
I want to vote
C.
Not interested.
12 though. I love the gameplay. I love that world. I could replay it again right now.
Great soundtrack.
Yeah.
It was in Evil East, which was where Vagrant Story and Final Fantasy Tactics was in, so I love returning to that world.
Yeah.
I think it's a great game. I would go A. I would say A. I love that game, and I would replay it.
I would probably vote B, but I'd rather replay that than probably these at B. Yeah, I'm down. A.
Like a low A.
Let's do it. Yeah. In between maybe, but I'm down with that.
Yeah.
13.
Go ahead and put it in the shit. Put it in the trash. Thank you.
Lightning Return.
Shit. Yep. Yeah, just throw all that lightning bullshit. Fucking trash ass games.
And then 15.
Go ahead and put that shit. Awful fucking game. Go ahead and put the anime, the movie, the Cup of Noodles collaboration, the Instagram story. The what other promotions did they do? The fact that it took like a decade for it to come out and 2 title changes, it's not good. Yeah,
I don't like the word franchise. No, the series.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do franchise. Awful game.
This I felt like I had actually maybe got
I actually felt like I got backstabbed.
Yeah, like I got swindled or
because
something.
the game boots up. It's like, oh, for Final Fantasy fans, new and old. I'm like, okay, cool. And I play it. I'm like, oh, I hate this game. It's not like the old Final Fantasies.
Now, FF7 Remake, we do disagree a little bit. We agree and disagree.
Yeah.
both not a fan of the new writing. I just don't. I don't care for the writing of Final Fantasy now.
No.
And so for them to add the new stuff, I'm like, damn,
Kingdom Hearts
what a
writing.
bummer, because I really was hoping they would keep the Kingdom Hearts stuff out of it. That being said, I love those characters. I love that world.
Great
and I
battle
like
system.
the gameplay, so I still had fun with the game.
Great battle system.
Yeah, I still had
Great
fun with
music
the game.
from the music that was remixed from 7.
Soundtrack,
Fantastic.
maybe one of the top soundtracks in Final Fantasy
fantastic.
ever.
They toyed around too much with the
Yeah,
story and they focused on stuff
Yeah.
that they didn't need to focus on. What the hell?
I think it's really a shame. I think it's a shame. There's a lot of I had a lot of fun
Shit.
with the game, and also a lot of parts made me really
it just
sad.
really frustrated me.
I would put it.
D.
I would put it higher. I would put it B or C. I'd put it C because things bummed me out and things made me happy. So that's where I would put it.
I put it
if
D.
it was here.
I think it was a complete step in the wrong direction, but I mean there was some quality there, but the execution
Some
was
things
off.
that were unfortunate.
And 16, I don't think I'm even gonna buy. I don't think I'm gonna play it.
If I hear it,
I think it's
kicks,
the first.
If I hear it kicks ass, I'll be there. But
I think it's the
otherwise-
first. This is gonna be the first 16 of the game, Final Fantasy game. I just skip.
It's
I
the
don't need to
first
play it.
one for me. I'm not going to say I'm going to skip it yet, but it's the first one that I'm not default. Like even with 15, I ordered the collector's edition because it's Final Fantasy. That's always been one of my favorite series. And then when I got it, I sold it. And I think I ended up making like 80 bucks.
I returned my Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, did you?
I think I got to the end and then I returned it.
Yeah.
I was like, why am I playing this?
16. I'm not going to say I am definitely going to skip it,
I
but
think
it's
it's a skip.
but it is the first one ever in the whole series where I'm not like day one at least going to play it. Like I'm actually waiting for my friends to tell me if it's.
I just don't get why. Like I don't get why it's an action game. Like stop making these games as action games.
I just don't. I just don't like the way that they write them now. I just don't.
Yeah.
I'm a little disenfranchised.
Yeah, there is like
from
a
it.
Devil May Cry guy working on it. I guess
Which is cool.
Which is cool, and I
Yeah.
guess it's got the 14 guy working on it.
Yeah.
But then make it into like some strange. I mean, I like Strangers of Paradise. Make it into something like that.
Yeah.
And what's the difference now between Strangers of Paradise and
the
16?
mainline.
They're both action games.
Yeah, it's very confusing. And then again, I played Dragon Quest 11, and that felt like
That was an
this
RPG.
is. I wish this was Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
like if you gave this like incredible graphics,
Yeah.
but that same heart, it would have to me satisfied me in that department. I know I know it's like turn based can't get the mainstream like other. I get it, but it's I don't know. I'm just kind of sad with that direction. I enjoyed Crisis Core on PSP. Again,
I didn't beat it, but it's
yeah,
good.
again, it feels a little Kingdom Heartsy.
Yeah.
So I'm still sad with where Final Fantasy's at.
Yeah.
But it was a fun game.
Yeah.
I loved how it ended. So yeah, the new one coming out, I'll play it. I'm digging it.
Yeah. I'll get the remake of that.
Yeah. Okay. We did it.
That's it.
Now we actually have to I got shit to do. So we're done.
We got
So
shit
there
to
you
do.
go. Thank you for watching, everyone. We ranked the iPhones. What? Sorry for going off topic, but in case you missed it, they put up pre-orders for the B-Fighter Kabuto Commander. Dude, do you know what that is?
That's Beetleborg something.
Well, yeah, you saw I got the replica Beetleborg's Beetlebonder. That's Metallics.
Well,
the
and
one
the fucking stream pre-order
where you
shit.
put the here you wrap it
Fuck.
up. You
All
wrap it
right.
up.
Well, this is it. This is the end of the stream, guys. We ranked phones, Megamans, and Final Fantasies, and all our opinions are right. So if you don't like it, screenshot that and study it so you can find out why it's the truth.
And learn to it really is. It's right there. Holy shit! I did not know. That
Well,
was
we're
coming out
too
today.
busy gabbing about dookie Final Fantasy games. But that SNA right there, those are strong. Those are strong games.
I think this is a good list. I think
it's a solid list.
Where would Tactics fall for you? Oh, wait.
Oh.
Let's click back. Where would Tactics fall for
Oh,
you?
triple S, quad S.
Really?
That's. I want to say it's my favorite, next to 4, but I don't know if it really counts. But I would probably put that next to 4.
Wow.
Tactics
No
is.
kidding. I remember we first bought that. again, our family played Final Fantasy. Like, our mom would play them too.
Oh, yeah, and we returned it.
And that was when we got Tactics, and everyone was like, huh? Like, we
Yeah.
were kids, and my mom was like, I don't know what's happening in this shit. Like, I'm done. We were all just like, eh. And then you got it later.
Yeah,
or something.
I rebought it. I was like, I was like, I want to play this Final Fantasy Tactics again. Like, this looks kind of
Yeah,
cool.
you tried it or something
And
somewhere.
now, I just remember like playing that game and just loving the music, the graphics, and thinking like, I want to understand this game.
Yeah, and you did.
And I think
then
I was like 11 or 12.
It broke through. You were like,
Yeah,
this game is amazing.
And then I wanted that was my first tactics style game, like strategy RPG I ever played. I started to fall in love with that genre.
Yeah,
Tactics was so good. S for me. And then Tactics Ogre, played that. S rank for that.
yeah. It was not my thing. It was not my thing. Anyway, see what I'm saying?
Oh shit, yeah.
You put the cards
Metallics.
in and all that shit. Look at that. Fuck.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh my god, I need to pre-order that immediately.
Well, what are we doing?
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Ranked a lot of good stuff. Let us know if there's something you want us to rank in the future. We'll do it.
Yep, we'll think about it and get our opinions right.
Yeah. We don't need to get them right. They'll just be right.
Oh, that's true. Actually, good point.
All right. Take care. So you have to go to sleep now or what? Yeah.
I'm going to sleep.
Go to
I'm
bed.
Tired.
Go to bed.
I'm tired. Peace.